Lawrence, one of several Seahawks, but they all wrapped him up and they all pushed him back. And now it's going to be third down and goal, and look for Stafford, play fake, and trying to throw the ball out into the flat or across the middle once again.
Well, Byron Murphy just instantly causes a problem there, and then he gets into the backfield just in a hurry, and then that always disrupts things. And then you saw DeMarcus Lawrence come over, and he was just like a wall on the 1 yard line.
Corum stays in the backfield. A little help from Allen, who is a backup tight end. We're going to give the ball to Corum again. He's going to get hit again. It's Chenna who gets there first and pushes him back. What a stand by this Seahawks defense twice in a row. Chenna loses his helmet in the process, gets up, and the Rams once again on fourth down are going to go for it.
Oh, man, I love that play by Uchenna. He is all power, and after a couple of times of seeing that guy just blast through your line, he puts a little move on the running back and goes outside of him and then takes a direct line back inside to make that tackle along with a couple of his teammates. But, man, he entirely made that happen.
Fourth down and goal from the 2. Williams back in the backfield. 2 tight ends and now a timeout called by Matthew Stafford. He got a look at that Seahawks defense, and he said, we need to talk about it. And as he looked out there, what he saw was Byron Murphy, Leo Williams, big Ernest Jones, Peely is in there up front, Drake Thomas at one of the linebackers, DeMarcus Lawrence is in there. So, again, the Seahawks loading up and waiting and watching, because this is where, again, the Rams, they love to play fake, dump the ball off to a tight end perhaps on a late move.
Yeah, now that's 2 timeouts that LA has burned, one for the challenge that they lost. And, yeah, I love the tenacity of the D-line and the outside backers. And you got a couple of guys that just are all about power. Derek Hall, DeMarcus Lawrence, and certainly Uchenna. Now it looks like they're spreading it out.
Williams, a single setback. Matthew Stafford out of the shotgun. The handoff inside to Williams, and he's going to dive in for the touchdown. So it took him a lot of tries, 7 in fact, counting the last drive, and Williams dives in from 2 yards out. After the interception, the Rams take advantage, and they go up 6-0.
You got to like the play call there by McVay. Spread them out a little bit, and you know you got to get everybody covered. I mean, if he sees anything, he's going to audible, and there was just a gap there and not enough guys on the inside.
Mevis is the kicker, just activated today. Ball is up, and it's through. Place kicking has been kind of an issue for the Rams. We'll talk more about that. With 8:38 to play here in the first quarter, the Seahawks are trailing the Rams 7-0 on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming.
Thanks, Revere. I really should keep Zicam in the house.
Only if you want to shorten your cold. Ha!
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
Duck fans, football season is here, and there's only one place to cheer on the Oregon Ducks, Grand Central Bowl Arcade and Sports Bar. As the official Oregon Ducks alumni headquarters, Grand Central has every game on the big screens, a full sports bar lineup of cold craft beer and cocktails, and a game day menu that's a touchdown. Bring your crew, rep your green and yellow, and celebrate every play with fellow Ducks. After the game, keep the fun going with bowling and a newly expanded arcade with over 40 new games. Grand Central Bowl Arcade and Sports Bar, where Portland goes to play and Ducks go to win.
Is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every now and then I rent it out, and I need to be rich.
always fight stubborn odors.
PNW.
Pacific Office Automation is a proud sponsor of the Seahawks and the Northwest's #1 provider of office technology. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved. So the Seahawks get set to accept the kickoff. Rashid Shaheed and Cody White are the deep men for the Hawks. And Mevis will be doing the kicking honors from his own 35. Again, he just activated today. Here's the kick. It's high end over end, and it's going to be deep in the end zone. In fact, out of the back of the end zone. Sails over Shaheed's head, and so the Seahawks will start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Again, Sam Darnold wishes he could have had that pass back, and the Seahawks defense did everything but keep the Rams out of the end zone on a 4th down until the Rams lead 7-0 here in the early going at SoFi Stadium.
And those two Rams series, there's 8 plays already run inside the Seahawks 20-yard line. So, and then you turn the ball over. JSN, though, does have a catch in 44 straight games. So let's see if he can keep it up.
He right now lined up wide to the left side. Darnold under center with Walker in the backfield. Play fake. Sam is going to roll right. He's going to look, throw back inside. Ball is caught by JSN again. Out near midfield. Throwing across his body, rolling right. Sam Darnold does this as well as any quarterback in the league. A 1st down on a 13-yard gain.
It's interesting to watch the backside receivers when he rolls out, Steve. It's like they kind of drag behind. And a lot of, for the defense, they're looking at those guys on the play action side. And they seem to always have a guy that's kind of like an emergency sort of escape route, and that was JSN.
Shaheed is slotted on the far side. The quick throw to JSN on the far side, and he breaks one tackle, then knocked out of bounds in front of the Rams bench. But that is another 1st down, and the Seahawks are going to make the Rams step up and cover. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Nobody else has done it this season. I don't guess the Rams can either. A 12-yard gain.
He's already got 3 catches, and that's the thing. I mean, he doesn't seem like a guy that has a lot of shake, yet he sure seems to make a lot of people miss on the first tackler there.
1st and 10 Seahawks at the Rams 41. The quick toss comes to Shaheed near side. He dives forward before he's knocked off his feet by Landman, one of their inside linebackers, a new guy to the Rams team this year. He's been a tackling machine for him, a young guy, and a 2-yard gain for Rashid.
Yeah, that's like his 84th tackle this year, and he's also punched out 3 forced fumbles, and he's really good. So, I mean, these guys are really going to have good ball security because he is like a specialist in that. He's done it 9 times in his 4-year career, or 3 years as a starting linebacker.
JSN comes wide to the near side. Oots now lines up wide to the left. Darnold out of the shotgun. K9 right beside him. Sam wants to throw. Looks, fires back inside and incomplete. Threw it just a little bit behind Rashid Shaheed as he was sliding down trying to get to it. And so just like that now, it's 3rd down and 8.
Well, I wonder if that's just a miscommunication between him and Rashid, because Sam looked pretty definite about where that pass was supposed to be. And maybe Shaheed just kind of ran past the point.
Shaheed starts on the right side. Now he comes in motion back to the left where Cooper Kupp is stationed. JSN on the right side. Empty backfield for Darnold on 3rd down and 8. From the Rams 39. 4-man rush. Sam has time. Going to throw down the seam. It's a low pass. It's caught. Is it a touchdown? He did get into the end zone. It's Cooper Kupp for a touchdown as he slides down on the ground. The Rams thought he just trapped the ball. Cooper Kupp got right up. I think he caught the turf. Kupp did a great job in selling the catch, but it's going to be called an incompletion. It was a 39-yarder and just a little bit low. Sam kind of guided that ball in there away from the defender, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and Jason Myers is going to come on the field. A spectacular attempt by number 10.
You know, it was Cooper. Since it was Cooper Kupp, my senses tell me that it hit the ground. But I was willing to, maybe entertain the idea that Kupp somehow got a finger under that. But yeah, you could definitely see it hit the turf there.
A 57-yard field goal attempt now by Jason Myers. His long this season is 56. His career long is 61. Off the right hash mark, Michael Dixon's going to spot it. Myers strides forward, gets the kick away. It looks like it's got enough juice on it, and it is good. From 57 out, the Seahawks are on the board. With 6:31 to play here in the first, it's the Rams 7, the Seahawks 3. Hi, Seahawks fans. This is Steve Rabel for Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. Lung cancer is one of the most deadly cancers in the U.S. and can affect anyone. However, there are certain factors like smoking or family history that raise your risk. If you think you might be at risk and are over 55, you could be eligible for lung cancer screening. At Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, you'll have access to lung cancer experts who specialize in diagnosis, treatment, and follow-up care. Find a doctor and schedule an online appointment today at vmfh.org/Seahawks.
In business, just like in football, having a solid game plan is key to success. That's why so many Northwest businesses partner with Columbia Bank. The largest bank headquartered in the Northwest, Columbia Bank combines expertise, customized business solutions, and a relationship-focused style of banking to make sure your business has what it needs to grow. It's a combination that's made Columbia a top SBA lender in Seattle and Portland. Learn more at columbiabank.com or visit your local branch. Columbia Bank, proud partner of the Seattle Seahawks, member FDIC.
David, honey, this is your Seahawks intervention.
I don't have a problem.
David, you painted the entire house action green.
So?
You wanted to name our daughter the 12s. Listen, download the Fuel Forward app. Every 8+ gallon fill-up at 76 and Conoco stations gives you a chance to win a VIP game day experience.
I can fuel my car and my Seahawks obsession.
In moderation, David. In moderation. Terms and conditions apply. See official rules at 76.com/Seahawks-rules.
Around the NFL with Curtis Rogers.
Afternoon slate of games just getting started. 49ers and Cardinals. Brock Purdy back in the Niners starting lineup. He connects with George Kittle for the 30-yard touchdown throw and catch.
Here's Purdy looking for it all. He's got Kittle there. It's caught. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Niners up 13-7 on Arizona. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Let's get it back to SoFi Stadium. Here's Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman.
All right, Curtis, thanks very much. Here at SoFi, Seattle trailing the Rams 7-3, a 6-play, 26-yard drive, a little over two minutes off the clock, and Myers with his longest successful field goal of the season at 57 yards. Makes it a 7-3 ball game. Rams on top. They scored on a short field after an interception by Kinchins early in the first quarter. Myers tees it up. He's going to have Smith and Whittington deep. A lot of Seahawks fans here today, although a lot of folks in blue. Tough to tell them all apart, but Seahawks are represented. Here's an end-over-end kick. It's going to come down to Smith at his own 5. Looks for running room straight ahead. Oh, he gets blasted. Out across the 25. He gets decleated. He may or may not get up. I'm not sure. Tyrese Knight, who made the tackle. Say 12s, stay connected all season with the Seahawks mobile app, now on Apple CarPlay. Listen on the road to podcasts, press conferences, live game radio. I think that's what we're doing, right? And score updates. Download today from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
T-Knight is one of those guys, like, remember Cam Chancellor used to describe this, that it's like he has exploding shoulder pads.
Yeah.
People just bounce off of him, and that was a big hit.
1st and 10 from his own 26. Here's a handoff for the Rams, and breaking 2 tackles out across the 40-yard line. Eamon Wari makes the tackle on Williams, but a flag is down near the line of scrimmage, and I think this is going to come back.
Offense number 84. 10-yard penalty, first down.
The former Seahawk, Colby Parkinson, their backup tight end, out of Stanford. He was always a big fan of Dave Wyman. I remember that.
I'm pretty sure he had no idea who I was.
Well, he didn't know Stanford had been a university that long that you could have played there back in those days. It's the first penalty on the Rams today. Good tight end.
All right. Let's deflect back to your Georgia Tech days.
There you go. Williams stays in the backfield on a first down and 20. Matt out of the shotgun. Stafford tosses a little tight end screen to Higbee. He's got running room on the far side. He's got a first down. The Hawks just could not get enough people out there into that far side flat as a little tight end screen to the right side goes for 23 yards and a Rams first down.
The thing you have to do on a screen, you've got to hustle, and you have to run as fast as you possibly can. And if you see yourself on film not doing that, that's it's just not the way you want to operate on the field. So D-line, defensive end there, just a little bit nonchalant on that play.
Stafford under center on 1st and 10 from his own 39. The handoff inside. Going to go for a couple maybe. Across the 40. Kyron Williams once again. Ty Okada and Thomas over to make the tackle for a 2-yard gain. Clock continues to move here. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter, and the Rams leading 7-3. Hall is in the game for the Hawks right now, along with Boye Mafe, the two edge rushers. Big Leo Williams and Byron Murphy on the inside. Under center goes Stafford. Williams stays in the backfield. Wide outs to both sides. Turn and hand to Williams again. Looks for running room, and there's just nothing. Derek Hall kind of closes things down from the right side of the defense for the Seahawks and shuts it down. Still gets a couple of yards, maybe as many as 3, but not a lot of running room there. Going to be 3rd down and 3.
You can imagine trying to block both Derek Hall and Big Cat on that side of the line. Those guys both just took double teams on, and just there was nowhere to run.
Puka Nacua is slotted on the right side, an empty backfield. Williams is slotted on the left. So 5 receivers spread across the board. Stafford waiting, takes the snap, looks, going to throw, little dump-off pass, breaking 1 tackle, breaking 2 tackles is Puka Nacua. And that's one thing about Puka Nacua. He's not a wide receiver. He's like a running back or an outside linebacker who plays wide receiver. He is as tough as any wideout in the league to bring down. That time he picks up 10 yards and broke 2 tackles on the way to that. 1st and 10, Rams at the 44 of the Hawks.
And 2 of our best tacklers, Kobe Bryant and Ernest Jones. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. He's like a running back once he gets the ball in his hands. And like I said, he's got 24 more receptions than Devontae Adams, but he doesn't have the touchdown numbers. But, man, he is a hard worker.
Play fake to Corum in the backfield. Now, again, a little tight end screen on the right side, chasing it down. It's Kobe Parkinson who has the catch. Kind of slow to get up on the far side was Eamon Worry. He was out there along with Witherspoon. Eamon Worry kind of looks like he's favoring his left arm. We'll keep an eye on that, but it was a 7-yard gain. The Seahawks, it's one of the things that these Rams like to do. They like to put 3 tight ends on the field. They can run the ball out of that, but they can also throw those tight end screens, and they have been today. 1st and 10. Now make that 2nd and 3 at the 37. Here's a handoff inside. Corum, again, not a lot of running room inside against Seattle. Leo Williams down at the bottom of the pile to make the tackle. A 2-yard gain there, and it'll be 3rd down and 1 at the Hawks 35.
Yeah, it looked like Eamon Worry. I always said, the hardest hitter in the NFL is the ground. And it looked like he really flipped around and fell on one of his shoulders, but hopefully he'll be okay. But Big Cat going to work down inside, down in the trenches. It's just a fist fight down there, and he is taking on double teams almost every play.
Rams, 1 of 3 on 3rd down. Stafford under center. Return, play fake, looks, throws back inside, incomplete. It's intended for Devontae Adams, and it's a little bit low and away, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and the Rams have been wildly successful on 4th down. It looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. I mean, this is a real challenge to the Seahawks to say, we're just going to keep the O out there on a 4th down and 1 at the Seattle 35. Seattle stops them here. They give the ball back to the offense in great field position. Williams back in the backfield. Stafford under center, tight slot left side. Devontae Adams wide to the right. Here's a handoff to Williams, comes near side, he's got the first down, and he is on the run. He breaks through, he's down to the 5, knocked down at the 1-yard line by Eamon Ward. A cutback run by Kyron Williams, and he is one of the best at that. The Pro Bowler just picked up 34 yards on a 4th down and 1. And the Seahawks defense, as tough as they have been on the field a lot here in this first quarter, and they've been giving the ball up in chunks to the Rams. Here's a quick count and a quick throw, and it's a drop by Devontae Adams. Good coverage by Woolen, who was right there on the 6-time Pro Bowler, Devontae Adams, the former Packer and Jet. Can't hang on to that one here in the near side flat. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1.
What a great play by Reek Woolen. He's gotten so good at coverage. He is just a specialist, and that's a guy that's caught 9 touchdowns, Devontae Adams, and just the way he played it, didn't grab anything, got his arm up, and those are some long arms.
Williams, the single setback. Higbee, the tight end, shifts over. It looks like they're going to have to call timeout again, the Rams. We're not out of the first quarter yet, and the Rams have just used their final timeout of this first half, so we're going to keep it right here as the Rams trying to gauge what the Seahawks wanted to do on defense, I'm guessing, or they didn't have the right personnel in. Now Puka Nacua is going to come off the sidelines, and he's going to enter the game, and Devontae Adams is going to head to the sidelines. Nacua is a good... We've already talked about how good he is with the ball in his hands after a catch. He can also run. He was handed the ball and went 45 for a touchdown this season for the Rams. So he's just terrific. Imagine if he had stayed at the UW. He played 2 years with the Huskies before he moved on and went to BYU, where he finished his career.
Well, their run game, the Seahawks defense has done a really good job keeping them on the short yardage plays, but, every once in a while you see Kyron Williams is a great cutback runner, and, he had Kobe Bryant uncharacteristically miss a tackle there in the middle of the field, which is what got him down here.
3 tight ends in the game. Williams, the running back. Stafford under center. Wants to throw a quick slant, an easy touchdown. But a flag down. It was a quick throw to Devontae Adams. A flag is down, though. I think it's going to go against the defense. Here's John Hussey.
Offside. Defense number 7. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
We're going to say Chenin Orosu lined up offside. Doesn't matter. Rams scored to Devontae Adams. That is his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams now go on top 13-3. That time Adams just running a quick slant, as Leo Williams was almost able to get a fingertip on that ball and maybe knock it away, but Reek Woolen had to try to guess which way Adams was going to go, and looked like he guessed wrong. Here's Mevis on for the PAT. That one's up, and it's through. 1:04 to play in this first quarter. The Rams lead by 11, 14-3.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and instant talk and say, "You won't believe where I am."
T-Mobile is the best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025. See T-Mobile.com/network.
It's comedian Tom Segura at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center with an encore performance Saturday night, November 29th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Tom Segura's Come Together Tour, November 29th at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Please game responsibly. Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
Hey, Drew Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Seahawks football is brought to you by Delta. Joe Status is back, benefiting Seahawks fans this season. 1 passing yard gets you 1 mile all season long. Cross Status members also get priority boarding out of SeaTac Airport and a 12% discount at the Seahawks Pro Shop on the 12th of each month. Sign up now at 12status.com. So the Seahawks in a 14-3 hole right now here as we approach the end of this first quarter. Seahawks send Cody White and Rashid Shaheed deep to accept the kick from, it's actually the punter now, Ethan Evans, who does the kicking off for the Rams. Mevis will just stick to field goals and PATs. Teed up at the 35. This is high end over end. It's again going to hit the back of the end zone. Shaheed takes a knee, and the Hawks will come out to the 35. Seattle Dave has been able to move the ball sporadically, but not consistently. Put 3 on the board earlier, also threw an interception. Seahawks offense is going to have to get on the board and stay on the field here for a while, help that defense out.
Yeah, and especially, work on that continued progress in the run game and, grind some minutes off the clock and then start to wear this defense down. But on the other side of the ball, they've already gotten 55 yards in rushing, which is very unlike this team.
Charbonnet in the backfield now, 1st and 10. Barner steps back there, makes it an offset eye. Darnold under center. Wide outs to both sides, play fake. Darnold stops, looks. Now he's going to throw far side. Ball is caught. Getting blasted as he caught the ball was Barner, but he pops right up off the ground. He's hit by Emmanuel Ford Jr., the cornerback for the Rams. Going to be a short gain, maybe 3 yards. Darnold climbs back into the huddle now, takes a knee, checking his wristband for the play call. Charbonnet now goes wide to the left side with 3 receivers right. Cooper Kupp now swings over and wings on the left side, and Charbonnet back into the backfield. On 2nd down and 7 from his own 38-yard line, the handoff to Charbonnet straight ahead. Tries to bounce off a tackler, fights his way to just about the 40-yard line. He'll be close. Maybe a 1-yard pickup. Again, these Rams, pretty difficult team at times to run against, and that is going to be the end of this first quarter. 15 in the books here at SoFi Stadium. Seahawks looking for their first touchdown. They trail 14-3 to the Rams.
Place your bets. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, bet, and win. Bet on all your favorite sports: football, hockey, basketball, soccer, baseball, tennis, boxing, and MMA. Let the bets begin at the biggest and best in the Northwest. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Please gamble responsibly.
For the Seahawks, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize your performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving game day broadcasts from lag time, connecting 60,000 plus live fans at the stadium, delivering benefits of the cloud for your network, secure as a defensive line, legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
3rd and 8 now. 3 wide receivers out to the right. Single wide receiver goes left. Back is Fouts for the pass. He throws one over the middle, and it is intercepted by Easley at the 7-yard line. Gets up and runs out to the 10. Easley now changing direction to the 15. Easley to the 20. Jukes a man up to the 30. Easley stumbles to the 35 and is dropped at the 39-yard line. Kenny Easley with a diving interception down at the 7-yard line. Got up and ran with the ball, and a brilliant piece of running by Easley.
Oh, how many times did we see that out of number 45? A sad day in Seattle for football fans and just for folks in general. Kenny Easley passing away at the age of 66 over the weekend. And as exciting as the game of football is, and we all have been so excited to get here to LA to play the Rams, just to stop and think about what Kenny Easley meant to Seattle, means to the Seahawks. In the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I played with him for 1 year. At the end of my career, Dave, you played with him for 1 year at the beginning of yours.
Yeah, most intimidating player on the field. Always remember he had that enforcer poster. I mean, he kind of put Seattle on the map in a certain regard, and just a really good leader. And part of that first, we call the first Legion of Boom with John Harris, Dave Brown, Keith Simpson. Remember how much those guys took the ball away? I mean, Dave Brown had 2 pick sixes in a game. We talked about that last week because of DeMarcus Lawrence. But yeah, Kenny Easley was just the captain and just one of the best leaders I've ever been around. And I'll say this, my rookie year, I was terrified of him.
I was a veteran wide receiver. I was terrified of him. So, Kenny, rest in peace. Yes. God bless your family. We're thinking of you. Here on a 3rd down and 6 for the Seahawks. Darnold now going from right to left on your radio dial with 3 receivers on the right side. The Rams look like they want to blitz. They rush 4. Darnold has time, throws back inside. It's caught. Charbonnet makes the catch at about the 45, but it's going to be very close. Again, another pass. It is going to be a first down. Another pass that's kind of low and away. Now, again, I think Sam, to some extent, Dave, also sees defenders all around. He's throwing it into the one place where his receiver can make the catch.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of people don't account for when, lots of times he can't see. So it's just a matter of finding a passing lane for him.
1st and 10 at his own 45. Handoff to Charbonnet out of the I formation, and he fights his way out near midfield. Finally tripped up by the Rams, but a 4-yard gain. Getting into a little bit of that role you were just talking about of running the football, establishing something on the ground here so that then it opens up the pass game a little more.
Yep, and you got George Holani coming in, and heard during the week that Holani was saying his coach, Kennedy Polamalu, KP, asks him, what's your favorite play? And I love that he does that with his running backs, and we're going to see, I think, here what Holani's favorite play is.
Well, they just sent Charbonnet in his stead, so it's Charbonnet who takes the toss, comes left side, has some blockers in front, turns the corner, got a first down as he dives inside the 45 of the Rams. And Charbonnet, who played his college football right here at UCLA over in Westwood, has family here today. Picks up a first down. The sticks move. Seahawks at the 45 of LA. 1st and 10, trailing 14-3.
Yeah, that's 26, not 36, Dave. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool to see him. He really, for a big guy, he's got a lot of shake, and you saw him keep his knee off the ground and gain that first down.
Walker in the backfield now. He takes the handoff. He tries to cut back, and he runs right into Landman. I mean, Landman was there, just standing there waiting for something to happen. And what happened was a collision, and it ended up going in Landman's way. A gain of maybe a yard. 2nd down and about 9 from the 44.5.
And every once in a while, you'll just see one of the offensive linemen have a bad play. And that's really what happened on that play. Didn't block the backside linebacker.
JSN is wide to the left side. Cooper Kupp is winged on the right. Darnold out of the shotgun, throws near side, flag is down. I think we're going to get either a hold or an interference, as one of the Rams was trying to grab a hold of the Seahawk receiver Arroyo. Might have been Jalen McCullough. Let's wait for John Hussey here to make the call.
Arroyo's a tough matchup, boy. I mean, he is a big guy, but he can run. I mean, the guy's like a 4.5 40.
Illegal use of the hands to the face, defense number 1. That 5-yard penalty from the previous spot results in an automatic first down.
So it was actually Emmanuel Forbes, not Jalen McCullough. But he called it on number 1. Jalen McCullough looked like he was the guy trying to hold, but there was also some hands to the face as they were trying to slow down JSN on his release from the line of scrimmage. So regardless, it's a 1st and 10 Hawks at the Rams 39-yard line. Charbonnet now back in the backfield. A trip set left, play fake. Darnold stops, sets, looks, fires near side flat. Ball is caught by Barner, puts his shoulder pads down, runs into a defender still driving before he's finally released at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. Offensive coach comes out to meet him and slap his hand and say, nice job. Barner has been quite the weapon for the Seahawks as the tight end coming into this game with 4 touchdown receptions already.
He's so valuable to this team. And, of course, we got the barnyard. But you see right there, he's fighting to stay up. And I thought he was a split second away from spinning out of that tackle before they called forward progress. 2nd down and 6 from the Rams 35. Quick throw inside to Barner again. He falls forward to the 29-yard line. Going to have just enough for a first down. The one thing that you want to always be careful of, Dave, because you were a defender, you know this. Guys that keep fighting for that 1 extra yard, that's the time that the ball tends to get stripped away or knocked out, and these Rams do it as well as anybody. Yeah, I think Marshawn probably did that better than anyone, right? I mean, he was never going to go down with the first tackle, but yeah, you have to be really careful with that because, you know, a lot of times, on both sides really, because a lot of times on defense, you'll miss a tackle because you're trying to strip the ball out.
Charbonnet in the backfield on 1st down and 10 from the Rams 29. Flags down. Here comes an end around back to the left side. Shaheed, and he gets wiped out. Let's see what the flag is all about. This one's going to take a little bit of time here to unwind. The flag was thrown on the near sidelines.
I think it was before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, by the side judge. Did they line up perhaps in the neutral zone?
Offside. Defense number 10. Lined up in the neutral zone. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. Remains first down.
The rookie out of Michigan, Josiah Stewart. So that's how you find yourself relegated to the backup spot or special team. If you're a rookie, when you line up in the neutral zone or jump off sides on defense. So 1st down and 10 for the Hawks. Make it 1st down and 5 for the Hawks at the 24-yard line of the Rams. Darnold under center. Charbonnet stays in the backfield. Play fake. Darnold's going to roll near side. Ball is caught. JSN at the 15 steps out of bounds. The Rams are still trying to cover Jackson Smith and Jigba. A 9-yard gain and a first down.
It just looks so easy with him. I'll say this too, Steve. I thought that was a run. That was a really good play fake by Sam Darnold. And, you know, it's just automatic for number 11.
3 for 31 already. And we're just into the second quarter. 10:05 to play here before the half. Rams on top 14-3. Seahawks are driving. 1st and 10 at the Rams 14. There's Helani in the backfield now. And he gets a little push from his offensive line. A little bit of a crease there. Some good blocking up front. But those Rams, they can close it down in a hurry. Call it a 2-yard pickup. Helani now is going to head back to the sidelines. And Charbonnet is going to come back in. JSN in the game. Barner is out there along with Arroyo. And Rashid Shaheed.
You know, Helani is still learning, and I think that's one where he's going to look back and go, I should just hit the gas instead of trying to put a little move and stutter step, but he'll get it. He's a good back.
Darnold wants to throw, 3-step drop, dumps it over the top, incomplete, no flag, as Emmanuel Forbes was playing Jackson Smith and Jigba one-on-one, and he just kind of kept pushing him to the back side of the end zone. And that ball falls incomplete, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Seattle's had some issues here in the red zone. The Rams can really tighten up as it's 3rd down now and 8 from the 12. Seattle can get a first down at the 4-yard line of L.A. Hawks are 1 of 2 on 3rd down. JSN comes wide to the left. Charbonnet stays in the backfield. Arroyo now wings and turns into a trip set with Cooper Kupp on the left. Darnold out of the shotgun. The Rams are going to rush 4. Darnold stands. Now he's going to spin out of trouble. Now he's looking. Now he's going to throw back corner and out of the back of the end zone. As just good coverage by the Rams, nowhere to go. And eventually, Sam was flushed and forced to throw the ball away. And it's going to be 4th down and 8. And it looks like The offense is staying on the field. Nope. Now there's Jason Myers. And so the field goal team does come on. And it's going to be a 30-yard field goal off the 20-yard line, left hash mark for Myers. Already has one today. Field goal, a 57-yarder.
We said this one might come down to special teams here. So this is huge. J-My's been, he's missed a couple, but he's done a really good job this year. Normally, incredibly reliable.
Seahawks right now looking to put the 6th point on the board, and Jason Myers does that, but it's difficult when you're trading field goals for touchdowns with the Rams. 9:04 to play in this second quarter. The Rams lead 14-6 over Seattle on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming.
Thanks, Revere. I really should keep Zicam in the house.
Only if you want to shorten your cold. Ha!
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 503-210-5800. That's 503-210-5800.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Kick off the holiday season with family and friends at the Les Schwab Tires Turkey Trot 5K Run Walk. On Wednesday night, November 26th, you can run or walk under the lights at the Winter Wonderland at PIR and gobble up great giveaways after the event. Start your holiday season at the 2025 Les Schwab Tires Turkey Trot 5K Run Walk November 26th. Register now at hoodtocoast.com. That's hoodtocoast.com.
Bellagio's Pizza.
Celebrating 50 years of the NFL in the Northwest, this is the home of the Seattle Seahawks. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This scoring drive recap brought to you by the Chevy Equinox. From the sporty RS to the adventurous active trim and even an EV, Equinox is where Northwest adventures begin. A 13-play, 53-yard drive by the Hawks, 7 minutes off the clock, but they could not cash in for 6. And so Jason Myers, with his second field goal of the day, a 30-yarder, makes it a 14-6 ball game with 9:04 to play here before the half. Whittington and Corum, the two deep men. And there's a penalty flag.
Short free kick. The ball be placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
So that's not what Jason Myers wanted to do at all. It's short of the landing zone. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
Your home for Seahawks football. KRSK Portland, KRSK FM HD1, Malala, Oregon, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Sometimes it's the little things, and that one not so little, but it gives the Rams fabulous field position. First and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Stafford with the play fake, looks, now he's being chased, now he dumps it off underneath, ball is caught, and tracking down Corum is Byron Murphy. Holy catfish. Defensive lineman, as Corum was just a little relief valve over on the left side, and he's chased down by Murphy for a loss of 5.
We've seen that happen so many times, and he got back up off the ground. to make that play. And if he even lays a finger on you, you're going down. And we've seen that from him all year. What a great hustle by him. You know, he got knocked off his feet, got back up, made the tackle on a running back.
Terrific pressure as well by Lawrence. Here's a handoff to Corin. He's got a little bit of a gap inside, and it closed up in a hurry as he's hammered by Jones. Ernest Jones, the inside backer, former Ram, who missed a week ago because of a knee injury, still wearing a knee brace, but you're not going to keep him off the field here. A 6-yard gain and a 3rd down and 9. Let's see if the Seahawks defense can hold. 3 receivers to the right side. Here comes the blitz. Stafford's got to get rid of it, throws it into the far side flat, and just throws it away. Good pressure that time. And that's what the Seahawks have to do. They have to get the Rams in a throwing mode and not in 3rd down and short, and then bring the pressure, perfectly designed, and it brings on the punter.
Yeah, that was defensive coordinator against offensive coordinator there. And just bringing the blitz off that side, and anytime you send Spoon, you know he's going to get home.
Ethan Evans, the punter, on for the Rams. This is a high spiral, headed for the far side. Flag is down. Rashid Shaheed makes the catch, and then is run out of bounds near the 20-yard line of the Seahawks. Let's see what the flag is. Where it was thrown is generally somebody getting run out of bounds and then coming back in. No, it looks like it's going to be a hold against the Hawks is the preliminary call. And if that's the case, that's going to back the Seahawks up inside their own 20-yard line. Here's John Hussey.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 1. That penalty will be half the distance to the goal. 1st down, timeout.
Marion Kendrick with the hold. We're going to take a break with 7:47 to play in this second quarter. The Rams on top, 14-6 on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
The Carl's Jr. lawyers said we couldn't name our new burger the biggest burger for the smallest price burger. So we didn't. And that's called a loophole. The new Cali XL burger. A beefed up char-broiled double burger with double cheese, only $5.99. That's more meat, not more expensive. Get it now for a limited time only at Carl's Jr. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid for use within a combo or in combination with any other offer or discount.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
No, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
But I passed the breath test. This is McDaniel Reynolds with the Reynolds Defense Firm, and we specialize in one thing. We represent good people facing DUI charges. While you know that it's illegal to drive with a .08 or greater blood alcohol content, not everyone knows that you could be arrested in Oregon for an alcohol DUI even if you blow well under a .08. This is a pretty loose standard, and it's a way that many of the good people we represent find themselves needing our help when they thought they were doing everything right. The Reynolds Defense Firm. We're solid, we're here if you need us, and we are very good at what we do.
The Seahawks live here. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM, celebrating 50 years of the NFL in the PNW.
Get ready, Seattle 2026 is bringing an epic concert that you won't want to miss. Music icon Ed Sheeran is returning to Lumen Field on August 1st, 2026 with his highly anticipated Loop Tour. Don't miss your chance to see him. Get your tickets now at lumenfield.com. Hawks start deep in their own end of the field at the 8-yard line after the penalty on the special teams. Single setback. Charbonnet, toss to him, he's going right side, gets one block, starts to turn upfield, makes a man miss on the outside, and then pushed out of bounds. A nice job by Charbonnet getting what he could get Williams missed the tackle. They had a little help from some of the other Rams, but still picked up 6.
Cooper Kupp with a really instrumental block there. And he just got a little piece of the linebacker there, Spate, and was able to just throw his timing off. But they got to get out of this is 2 special team problems that just really put them in a bad position. So that's a good way to start to get out of that.
Ken Walker in the backfield now on 2nd down and 4. He gets the handoff. He comes left side. He's got a gap across the 20-25. Here he comes up at the near sidelines and is pushed out of bounds in front of the Seahawks bench. Cam Curl, haven't called his name much today. He's one of their better players on defense, but a 25-yard run by one of the better players on our offense. Ken Walker III.
Well, I'm getting it from a guy like Nick Callerup. We talked to him the other day, and he is he's an undrafted free agent that signed on here, and he had again, just like for Kupp's block, just enough to get K9 that space he needed.
Sam at his own 39. Darnold under center now on 1st down and 10. Walker stays in the backfield with a tight slot to both sides. The toss comes the same way again. Walker to the left side, looks to cut in. The Rams, though, stretch this thing out as Puna Ford gets out there to help knock him out of bounds. Name sound familiar? Former Seahawk, college free agent, who's gone on to play a couple of different places. He's here at nose tackle for the Rams and doing really well. Great kid. A 2-yard gain.
I'm watching Jaron Reed down there fighting for his guys. He's out, of course, with the wrist surgery that he had, but Jared Verse is talking a lot of noise out there, and Jaron Reed, let him hear about it. Loved it.
2nd down and 8 at his own 41. Arroyo in motion from left to right. Now he sets. Darnold out of his shotgun. 4-man rush. Here's a throw downfield. Reaching up. One hand. Are you kidding me? Holy catfish. It is going to be a catch in bounds, and it's a one-hand stab by number 11, tiptoeing on the sidelines. He got behind Darius Williams for 28 yards, and the Seahawks right back to the line of scrimmage on Jackson Smith and Jigba's big catch. 1st down and 10. Handoff to Walker. Stutter steps at the line. Cuts back. Bounces inside the 30 to the 29. I'm telling you, Jackson Smith and Jigba is magic, and I am really glad that he is on our team. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Hawks.
Was that 4 catches for him now? I mean, he always open. That's for 60 yards. And, yeah, I think we've seen pretty much every kind of catch that you can make from him. Now with the one-hander. Maybe he hasn't done it with the other hand.
Empty backfield, 2nd down and 8 now at the Rams 29. Now Walker comes back into the backfield. Darnold under center. Wide out to the near side. The handoff to Walker, the right side. Got a little bit of a push up front. Guys are still blocking hard up there. As Walker gets it inside the 27 to just about the 26. Just a couple of yards gained, and again, a 3rd down and medium to long. And this is where the Seahawks, Dave, have kind of had their issues today. The Rams been in 3rd and short a lot. The Seahawks have been in 3rd and medium to long.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, they had some kind of a mismatch there because it looked like Cooper Kupp was trying to block Kobe Turner. And about twice his size, but he looked like he was just trying to maybe clean the block up, but that's a bad match.
Empty backfield. Seattle 1 of 3 on 3rd downs. Here comes the rush. Throw inside. Ball is caught by Barner. He got hammered by Landman, but he hung on to that pass as Sam, I think, knew that he was going to throw it on a dart as soon as he took the snap. They pick up 10 yards. 1st down Hawks.
He's got great awareness, A.J. Barner does. He doesn't just turn around and, because he sees the coverage when he's running forward, obviously, into the middle of the field. But then when he turns around, he kind of drifts away from the closer guy. And that way he was right in the middle of the 2 players. Perfect route runner.
1st and 10, I-backs behind Sam from the 17 of L.A. Helani in the backfield. He gets the handoff, starts right, cuts back inside, and then is spun down at the 14-yard line. Looked like he was going to go for more than he did, a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, I think we had Robbie Oots in there leading the way, and then just kind of a cutback run. And I keep waiting for that to break, but this is a very disciplined LA Ram defense. They do a really good job of staying home. So hopefully they'll figure out how to get these running backs out in the open like they did K9.
Second down and 7 from the Rams 14. Now Charbonnet in the backfield. Darnold may be calling the play off under center. JSN is wide to the left side. Oots goes in motion back to the right. The handoff goes to Charbonnet right side. And he steps over a man, fights his way down to the 12, picks up maybe a yard. Puna Ford sliding in from his nose tackle spot. Seahawks once again now in third down and medium at 3rd and 6 from the 13.
It seems like this Rams defense is really flying play side out to the perimeter, and maybe some cutbacks, anything to kind of keep them honest, because they are just on the run, headed to the sidelines when they see a play going that way.
We have reached the 2-minute warning here at near the end of the first half. 2 minutes to play, and we've got a 14-6 Rams lead over the Seahawks.
For the Seahawks, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize your performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving game day broadcasts from lag time, connecting 60,000 plus live fans at the stadium, delivering benefits of the cloud for your network, secure as a defensive line, legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Place your bets. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, bet, and win. Bet on all your favorite sports: football, hockey, basketball, soccer, baseball, tennis, boxing, and MMA. Let the bets begin at the biggest and best in the Northwest. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Fans, you want to see Blue Thunder and the Seahawks dancers perform up close? Maybe you're looking to watch all the early NFL games and listen to our pregame show live, or play in the gaming zone. Then Ticketmaster Tailgate in the Lumen Field Event Center should be part of your game day routine. Open 3 hours before kickoff, so bring the whole family and experience the excitement. Seahawks can punch it in from here on a 3rd down and 6 at the Rams 13. Be plenty of excitement for the fans here at SoFi. There are a lot of 12s here on that short jaunt down from the Northwest, and a lot of fans, as we know, from the LA area who are Seahawks fans here at the game today. Seattle trailing 14-6. 9th play of the drive is coming up.
Boy, you look at the run defense. We were talking about how they're fast flow, Steve, and 26-yard run by Walker on this drive is the longest run that the Rams have allowed so far this season. They do a great job, going front side, but I'm wondering if they're susceptible to cutback.
Charbonnet in the backfield, Darnold out of his shotgun, a tight slot near side. Now Cooper Kupp goes in motion back to the right, the handoff straight ahead to Charbonnet. Head and shoulder pads down, fights his way inside the 10. He's going to be, I think, just a little bit short. Picked up about 5, so 4th down and 1, and the Seahawks offense is going to stay on the field. On 4th and 1 with the ball at the Rams 8.
We got the Barnyard, and we got Sam.
I see Robbie Oots out there, and here comes Barnyard. Rams are going to load up at the line of scrimmage. Barner waiting with the long count. And now he dives forward. I think he's going to have it. That tall, long body of his on top of other bodies. It's going to be a 1st down, says John Hussey.
That's the first time I've seen them run that with Sam Darnold standing in the backfield.
Yeah, he's just back there, as you know, just to wait and see if the ball is popped out for some reason, so that he can
safety
fall on it,
I guess.
But it is a 1st and goal from the 7 for the Hawks.
Kind of interesting because you got one less guy to, push forward, but they got it.
Darnold under center, Charbonnet in the backfield, 2 tight ends on the field. They hand off to Sharbs, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Jared Verse looked like he was unblocked at the line of scrimmage, and so he's there to make the tackle, and that's for no gain. So Mike McDonald calls a timeout, and that's the first one used by the Hawks. The Rams have used all of theirs. They used them all in the first quarter, in fact. Coming up on the Seahawks halftime report, Michael Bumpus, Paul Moyer, Brian Walters going to break down the first half and preview the second half, and it has been a close game. The Seahawks just haven't been able to punch it in for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it right here, but be sure you stay tuned for the halftime report coming your way from the guys back in Seattle. Meantime, here we've got a second down and goal from the 7 for Seattle with 24 seconds. 24 seconds left to play in this second quarter.
And that's getting a little chippy down there. You see these guys, especially A.J. Barner, kind of getting in their heads a little bit. I know he likes to talk on the field. Found out last week, Gray Zabel, the rookie, he was talking a little bit. I love it.
JSN goes wide to the right side. Shaheed is slotted inside of him. Darnold from the shotgun, play fake to Shaheed. Quick throw far side, it's JSN who makes the catch and is slammed down at the 4-yard line and is pulled out of bounds, but a timeout is called as the clock continued to move. Forward progress of JSN was stopped at the 4, so Mike McDonald runs down and calls timeout. Now with 11 seconds remaining. You got to punch this in here if you're the Hawks. Second one off the board for Seattle, so they have 1 timeout left and 11 seconds and a third down and goal with the ball just inside the 4-yard line. Defensive backs don't have a lot of room to have to protect, so they can play tight near the line of scrimmage. Cooper Kupp is going to wing on the left side. Arroyo is there on the left as well. Charbonnet is beside Sam Darnold, who goes from the shotgun. Barner lines up now on the left side. Darnold looks, has time, going to swing out, comes to the left, being chased. Now he's just going to throw it away. Nobody to throw to again. There's not much room for defenders to have to cover. That ball has to come out quickly when you're down in the red zone. And here comes the field goal team on yet again.
Yeah, the other thing I always say, though, I mean, if you're playing zone, I mean, they look like man-to-man there, but, you know, you can zip the ball in there in between the zones, but they trust their man-to-man coverage. And they also had a really good pass rush on Sam Darnold there. Just a lot of speed on this defense.
A 22-yard field goal attempt by Jason Myers. This one off the right hash mark. He's 2 for 2 on the day. There's the kick. It's up, and it's through, and that is going to be the end of the first half. Well, coaches like to talk about finishing, and that's what the Seahawks are going to have to focus on in the second half, finishing these drives. They've settled for 3 field goals to make it a 14-9 game, well within reach, but just would like to finish. Seahawks are going to get the ball to start the second half. Meantime, on the Seahawks halftime report, coming up with Michael Bumpus, Paul Moyer, Brian Walters, they're going to also tell you what the Hawks need to do to win this game in the second half. Seattle trails 14-9 to the Rams. We'll see you after the half.
Welcome to the Seahawks Halftime Report. Now, here's your host, Michael Bumpus.
Along with Brian Walters and Paul Moyer on Michael Bumpus, this is the Seahawks Halftime Show. Hawks down 14-9 in Los Angeles. We feel like it could be worse than this. Sam Darnold, 10-16, 92 yards. Matthew Stafford has 50 of his own, 85 yards on the ground for the Rams, 79 for the Seahawks on the ground. It's kind of weird. We're sitting here, and it's you said it's ugly. Yeah, it's ugly. The game is ugly, but they're within striking distance, though.
You know, at first I'm like, yeah, I'm happy we're only down 14-9. The other part is, look, if not for a turnover, and they could have called pass interference on that one. He had JSN, I don't say wide open. He had one-on-one, and the post was open. And then they converted on 2 fourth-down plays. You know, other than that, Rams haven't done anything. They've had short field to go the whole time. We just went on basically an 8-minute drive from our around the 5-yard line, and we get the ball in the second half. So, yeah, ugly, but start looking at this thing statistically. We've had the ball 18 minutes to their 11. We're, 171 yards to their 135. Should feel pretty good going into halftime.
I think you're starting to see what this Rams defense is all about, too. And I think a lot of the focus going into the game is about the offense. How do you stop Stafford? How do you stop all these weapons? But this Rams defense, they're all over the field. They're fast. They are making it difficult for Sam Darnold. He's not getting those windows he usually gets. They're making him have to deliver the perfect pass. And I think, frankly, Sam Darnold's a little bit more off than what we've seen, what we're used to here. And so that's going to be something at halftime. They're going to go in and just know, hey, these guys are they're on our spots. They're on our zones. They're making it difficult. We have to be that much better, that much more precise.
Yeah, something that we keep asking or scratching our heads about is just the use of Kenneth Walker. He does have 6 for 37, a long of 25. Charbonnet has 7 carries. Halani has 2 as well. He has the biggest play from scrimmage so far other than JSN's 28-yard reception. Do you think they should and will use K9 a bit more in the second half?
He was pulling him out early except for Halani. But I think whenever you get an explosive play, that's what we need, by the way. I think, yes, you're going to start seeing him more and more. The Rams, as B. Walsh just said, man, they're tough, man. They are on coverage early, especially the short stuff. They jump all of it. We're going to have to do some double moves. You got to pump fake it. You got to get them out of their rhythm and try and make a big play. But with that being said, look, we've held Matthew Stafford 7 for 13, 50 yards. He's averaging 3.8 yards per attempt. We're doing some pretty good things on defense also. We just I think, look, both these teams right now, this is a tight game between two fantastic defenses and efficient offenses.
And defensively, like you said, they're doing a fantastic job. Really, you've only you've only allowed 1 touchdown. I mean, Sam Darnold threw the interception and kind of put you in a tough spot as a defense after you made the 4th down stop. They asked you to go do it again. You just came up just short on the 4th down conversion. So the defense, I think, stay with that game plan. Stay with what you're doing. And as far as taking a shot, double moves and all that, I love that. But I also want to see K9 and Charbonnet a little more involved in the pass game. I think that could be something that really puts this Rams defense off balance a little bit. Show that these running backs can come out of the backfield too, and maybe get, maybe a screen or two. And you see, that's what Stafford has done too. You've seen a couple screens really throw the defense off on some of their big chunk plays. So I like to see the Seahawks kind of turn that around a little bit on the Rams.
I think it's going to be, you're going to take your shots, but you got to be real patient with this one. You got to be real patient. I mean, that last drive, it was A.J. Barner for 5, JSN for 6. Like, you're going to have to be patient because this is a good defense that, the Hawks are playing against. So, yeah, man, this is the type of game that we expected, a close and a tight one. Okay, we got more to do when we come back. More analysis here. Seahawks are down 14-9.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and instant talk and say, you won't believe where I am.
T-Mobile has the best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data 1H2025. See T-Mobile.com/network.
On game day, we put everything on the line to protect our team. But there's one thing everybody needs to protect: our hearts. I'm Julian Love with the Seattle Seahawks. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the U.S., but you can help lower your risks. That's why I've teamed up with Virginia Mason Franciscan Health to help you defend your heart. Get your blood pressure checked, know your numbers, move your body, and eat healthier. Because when it comes to your heart, every play matters. Learn how to defend your heart at vmfh.org/Seahawks.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and obviously New Year's is coming up. Can you believe it? Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at the Grand Ball. This New Year's Eve celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. And sports fans, you gotta check out the Hawks Peak, your home for game days with great food and drinks, more than 60 TVs, so you won't miss a play, and a heated, covered outdoor deck with those great views of the Snoqualmie Valley. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Please game responsibly.
At BECU, we're proud members of the 12s community. Jersey casual dress code on Blue Fridays, hoarse voices on Monday mornings, and flying that 12 flag every day of the week. We know how much the 12s love to show their pride, because we do too. That's why we give our members a chance to show their Seahawks pride with every purchase. So join us and get the Seahawks Debit MasterCard from BECU, the official debit card of the Seattle Seahawks. BECU, power in people. Membership required. Restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
This is the Seahawks Halftime Show. Michael Bubbles with Brian Walters and Paul Moyer. Let's go through some of these stats. Sam Darnold, 10 of 16, 92 yards, 1 interception. Kenneth Walker has 6 carries for 37 yards, a long of 25. Zach Charbonnet has 22 yards on the ground, and Jackson Smith and Jigba has 11. And when it comes to catching the football, the receiving yards, JSN has 63. AJ Barner has 23 himself. Defensively, leading the charge, Ty Okada with 5 tackles, Murphy with 5, Nicky Mawari with 3. No quarterback sacks, no quarterback hits. On the other side, Matthew Stafford, 50 yards through the air. Kyron Williams, 76 yards at a long of 34. And Tyler Higbee has 23 catches. 12 first downs for the Seahawks, 7 for the Rams. Overall, 34 plays ran by the Seahawks, 24 by the Rams. Hawks averaging 5 yards per play, and the Rams 5.6. The halftime stats are brought to you by Lumen, the trusted network for AI. It feels rough. It feels like, you're driving a stick and you're trying to figure out how to switch from gear to gear right now. How do they smooth this thing out, Moyer?
Well, look, you got to give credit to the other side too now. This is 2 evenly matched teams. Both defenses aren't giving up a lot of plays. The Rams had 4 drives in that first half. The Seahawks, I think, obviously had 4 as well. So both teams, playing things pretty tight to the vest. You don't give up a lot of big plays and you win on third down, there's not going to be a lot of points scored. And that's why it felt so weird. Our offense, we're used to seeing them win explosive plays. Mm-hmm. Rams don't give up many. That's why I say you got to be really patient. Take your 4 or 5 yarders. Don't come up in third and long. And then you're going to have to take a shot downfield to get the explosive plays.
Yeah, I think also you have to feel pretty good if you're a Seahawks fan right now, because the Rams could have thrown that knockout punch quite a couple times there, where you're like, man, this game's pretty much over. Where you get down 2-3 scores immediately, but Seahawks kept getting up. They kept crawling back. It just by a Jason Myers 57-yard field goal. That's huge for this team right now, and to be able to put points on something that you didn't really have going on. You couldn't get the rhythm going, but then to be able to knock a 57-yarder in, that's all the positive, the momentum that you want to keep going, especially going into this half. You're down 5 points. If you were to, I know you look at the stats and you say the Seahawks are kind of dominating this game stat-wise, but the way that game was going, the flow it was going, I would think the Rams would be up a couple scores at least right now, and you're down 5, a touchdown, and you get the ball at half, so you can actually go take the control of this game to start this half.
I'm looking at the text lines, and they're not happy with Sam Darnold. What do you say to that?
There's nowhere to throw. We've said this coming into the game. They are the very best at taking away the short throws. They are all over coverage. And so the tight windows are tough. He made 2 bad throws. The interception should have been interference, and then he had a play as well to Cup where he threw it just about a yard in front of him. Other than that, he's fine. Numbers are okay. The Rams are tough. This is not going to be a game where you're going to throw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's not the Rams. So be patient and make a couple plays in the second half. I think we will.
I'd agree, and I hope so. I hope they do, and I feel confident. I really do. I think you had to get punched in the face a little bit at the start of this game and kind of see what the Rams are all about, and then make the adjustments from there and go on.
All right, when we come back, we'll get to the second half, man. It's a close game, a contender type of game, 14-19. 14-9. When we come back, you'll hear the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman. That is next on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
The soil around your home is a lot like a sponge. It expands when it's wet and contracts when it's dry. Over time, all that movement can damage your foundation. Your house starts sending warning signs like cracks, uneven floors, and sticking doors and windows. Terra Firma can stop the cycle. Our experts will find the source of the problem and provide permanent solutions to make your foundation safe and solid again. So if you suspect your foundation has issues, don't wait for things to get worse. Call Terra Firma today for a free evaluation.
Visit GoTerraFirma.com.
CCB number 173547. Time is ticking away. Don't let another minute pass. Plan your retirement now with Trajan Wealth for the future you deserve. Call Trajan today at TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling.
I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Isaac Robb for Langdon Farms, the single best public golf course in our area. No place is more committed to quality drainage for enjoyable winter golf. Top-notch conditions 365 days of the year. Langdon Farms, just off I-5 in Wilsonville.
Celebrating 50 years of the NFL in the Northwest, this is the home of the Seattle Seahawks, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Welcome back to Seahawks football. Now, with the second half kickoff, here's Steve Rabel.
Seahawks trail by a score of 14-9. Seattle needs to finish. I wonder if that's what Mike McDonald had to say. Let's check in with Jen.
You know, it was remarkably similar messages from both coaches. And yes, Mike McDonald was concerned about getting back to Seahawks mentality. We did hear some players on the sideline talking about finishing plays. They also want to see better tackling on defense. Mike McDonald called himself out, saying he needs to call better plays when the defense is on the field. Now, they were only on the field for a 3-and-out in the second quarter, leading Sean McVay to say it's just been a weird game offensively for them, but he wants them to be aggressive and get back to their style of play. The Seahawks do get the ball here to start the third quarter, Steve. When they are on defense, they will be without Tyrese Knight, who has been ruled out with a concussion.
All right, Jen, thanks very much. Yeah, we talked about it in our early part of the game. Having that depth at inside linebacker just suddenly went away with Tyrese Knight now not playing the rest of the way. Second half kickoff is brought to you by Seatown Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Get up to $600 off a new generator. Visit SeatownServices.com today.
You know, that's what O'Connell and I exchanged words at the halftime. It was a weird game.
Yes.
And Chris Taylor was just giving our awesome spotter. Listen to this. I don't remember a half like this, but Seattle in the second quarter, 9 first downs, the Rams 0. 137 total yards, the Rams 1. 59 yards rushing versus 5 yards, and then 68 yards passing versus 4. So time of possession just off the charts, and you got 6 points there that held them scoreless. But yeah, it was just kind of weird how that played out.
Here's Evans with the deep kick. Rashid Shaheed, 2 yards deep, is going to kneel down. And so the Seahawks will actually have better starting field position than they've had in a lot of their drives already today from the 35. And again, they've been able to move the ball against this very good Rams defense. And I don't know if you were on the headset at the time, Dave, but Paul Moyer made a good point about these Rams. They are really tough to throw against because they can cover the field so well, the short throws especially. So let's see if the Seahawks maybe come up and try to stretch them a little bit and try to loosen them up. As JSN comes wide to the left side to start this second half. Empty backfield, Darnold from the shotgun, and slotting on the left is Ken Walker III. Sam's going to throw on first down, going to throw down the near sideline, and it's trying to throw a back shoulder throw to JSN and missed on that one. Good coverage that time. Forbes, the former first-round draft choice of Washington, got cut after a season and a half back there. Now he's starting here with the Rams, so second down and 10 for the Hawks.
Yeah, I think what Moyer was talking about, like a shell defense, where you see they got 2 safeties that are not close to the line, but fairly close, and then you got your corners on the outside and just kind of keep everything in front of you.
Darnold under center with an offset eye, and the handoff goes to Walker. He starts right, comes back left, going to turn the corner, gets it blocked, and then is run out of bounds across the 35. So Kinshins comes over. After all of that, it was still just a 1-yard gain. And now there's a Rams player who stays down on the ground, and that's Jared Verse, one of their best pass rushers. And I wrote in my notes about Jared Verse 4 words: power rusher and trash talker. He's all 4 of those things, and he does get to his feet and is walking off under his own power, but he is leaving the game right now on a 3rd down and 9 for the Hawks from their own 36.
Well, and when you said there's a player down, I'm just glad it wasn't Sam Darnold, because Kane and I tried to cut that back, and Darnold was out in front, and I'm like, please don't throw your body into this block, and he didn't really. I mean, it wasn't a very good block, but I don't want Sam Darnold throwing blocks, so I'm glad he avoided anything there. He's a tough kid, but still don't want your quarterback blocking.
3rd down and 9. Shotgun for Darnold. Charbonnet in the backfield. Cooper Kupp wide on the left side. Darnold looking right. Fires, gets hit as he throws. He's intercepted. And Sam is slow to get up, and it's Durant who stepped in front of the intended receiver on the far side. And for the 2nd time today, Sam Darnold has been picked. And I'm not sure that he ever saw the cornerback out there, but they're just playing such tight coverage. And Sam really took a shot just as he let go of that football.
Well, they got a stunt rush on the front side there, and there's nothing fancy about it other than they just beat us physically. But Byron Young definitely forcing that bad throw there. The corner able to get a jump on it because Sam wasn't able to get enough steam on it. He threw into that stunt there. That's 2 interceptions for him today, and I know that he's typically been very careful with the ball. And I'll say this, let's keep an eye on what does he do the next time he's out on the field, because Sam has been very good at just shaking things like that off and moving on to the next play.
So the Rams offense on the field now. Matthew Stafford will start 1st and 10 at his own, to make that the Seahawks 35-yard line. Seahawks with a great opportunity to start the second half with a drive down the field and instead turn it over. Williams, the single setback behind Stafford. Play fake to him. Stafford's going to roll right. He's being chased and forced to throw it in the ground. Seahawks have played that really well the last couple of times. Intended for Boye Mafe. I beg your pardon. Boye Mafe was on coverage. It was intended for Kobe Parkinson. And incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, Stafford was just happy to throw that one away.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 35. Williams stays in the backfield. Stafford now out of his shotgun. Puka Nacua is slotted on the right side. And a throw to Nacua. And he coughs up the ball. The Seahawks dive for it. They pick it up. Coming to the near side. It's Thomas. Drake Thomas, the linebacker, force a fumble. Puka Nacua. And the Seahawks defense gets it right back for the offense. The first big mistake by the Rams today, and we will take a break. Seattle's going to have the ball. The first turnover of the day by L.A. Seattle 1st and 10 at its own 35 when we come back.
At BECU, we're proud members of the 12s community. Jersey casual dress code on Blue Fridays, hoarse voices on Monday mornings, and flying that 12 flag every day of the week. We know how much the 12s love to show their pride, because we do too. That's why we give our members a chance to show their Seahawks pride with every purchase. So join us and get the Seahawks Debit MasterCard from BECU, the official debit card of the Seattle Seahawks. BECU, power in people. Membership required. Restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
For the Seahawks, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize your performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving game day broadcasts from lag time, connecting 60,000 plus live fans at the stadium, delivering benefits of the cloud for your network, secure as a defensive line, legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile. Thanks, Zoe.
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line. With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible boardings on assigned list for well-qualified customers. Auto-pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Seahawks football is brought to you by Tulalip Resort Casino. Gaming, excitement, dining, live entertainment, luxury accommodations, and spa. Then all you want is everything. Tulalip Resort Casino. Details at everythingtulalip.com. Please game responsibly. So the defense bails out the Seahawks offense on that one, with Drake Thomas recovering the fumble. Kobe Bryant punching it out. And the Hawks have it right back again at their own 35-yard line. Make it to 34, 1st and 10. Darnold goes under center. Walker, single setback, and he's going to get it. The handoff goes off his left guard. That would be the rookie Gray Zabel, who, if you didn't know he was a rookie, you'd think he was a 10-year vet. And he's played like that, a 3-yard game.
I think our guy Robbie Hoots just got his welcome to the NFL moment. He tried to block Jared Verse, and you talked about him earlier, Reg. He is a fantastic player. Verse definitely got the better of him there and got up a little bit slow.
Back in the game is Verse, last year's Defensive Rookie of the Year. Play fake. Sam looks, going to fire downfield. Got a man in the open area, and it's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the catch between the corner and the safety. There are some gaps there, and Sam finds it with a dart to number 22. Big reception for the Seahawks. Big gain, 20 yards, and moves the football for Seattle back to the line of scrimmage. Comes Darnold and company with a tight slot to his left. Walker in the backfield. Shaheed is wide to the right. Barner shifts over to the right side. Rams look like they want to rush just 4, and they do. Darnold hits his back foot, steps. Now he steps out of trouble. Now he looks, fires back. Got a man. It's Barner. Makes the catch. Breaks a tackle. Turns upfield. Inside the 30. First down, Seattle. A.J. Barner, when he got drafted out of Michigan, a lot of people said, wow, he's a pretty good blocker and maybe he'll catch a few passes. What a weapon he has become, and a big gainer, 13 yards and a first down.
Gray Zabel made that happen. He was one-on-one with Jared Verse, and Verse actually beat him on the edge, but then he just kept with him and kept his feet moving and ends up blocking him enough to get time for Darnold to get up and deliver that pass. What a great play by Gray Zabel.
Darnold under center. Going to turn and hand the ball to Walker, who goes right side, finds a little bit of a gap and gets tripped up. Man, he could have gone another 5 or 6 yards. One of the Rams just literally dives out. I think it was Landman, who got a hand on a toenail and just was able to trip up the running back, Ken Walker III. End up picking up just a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8 with the ball at the Rams 27. I've said it now 3 different drives. The Seahawks need to cash in with touchdowns
not field goals. Yep. I'll tell you what, this front 7 for the Rams is very physical. Very physical. This is a tough test for them.
And our guys up front are standing up to it on 2nd down and 8. Darnold from the shotgun is going to hand it off inside, and it goes to Walker, who lets a couple of defenders pass right by him and then dives down near the 20-yard line. Landman again gets a handout to make the tackle, but a nice run on a bit of a cutback by number 9. He picks up 6. 3rd down and 3 at the Rams 22.
K9 is so shifty inside, and it's like making cuts in a phone booth. For those of you that don't know what a phone booth is, we make phone calls out of those, but it's a tight space, in other words.
We'll explain it. Darnold under center. Third down and make it 2.5, almost 3. Handoff straight ahead. Walker first down. Cuts back outside. Dropped at the 15. And that one might have gone for a little more yardage had Cam Curl not been able to get out there and make the tackle from his safety spot. A 7-yard gain. First down and 10. Seahawks at the Rams 15. 10-10 to play in this third quarter. Seattle trails 14-9.
This Ram defense has had a really good time today inside their own red zone. They've really done a good job defending. Let's see what Clint Kubiak comes up with.
JSN goes to the right side. It looks like he's going to get a little double coverage over there. Single setback. Handoff. Walker again. Cuts to the right side, left side. I beg your pardon. The flag is down. He's into the end zone, but I think this is going to come back. The flag was thrown even before Ken Walker was able to turn the corner, and it is. We're going to get a hold, I believe.
Holding. Offense number 89. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's the backup tight end, Callerup. He's a good blocker. He's a big man. And that time he gets called for a hold. It would have been a 15-yard touchdown run by Ken Walker III. Instead, Hawks will back up. 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 20 now, all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I'll turn this into a positive. That's why A.J. Barner is so good. Everybody holds, right? For the first part of a block, you're holding, but when do you let go? And A.J. has always had that great timing, but Callerup, a younger guy, just held on a little bit too long.
JSN is slotted on the left side, empty backfield for Darnold. 4-man rush. He's going to let it fly over the top. He's got a man out there just tipped away, intended for Rashid Shaheed, and Forbes literally diving, gets a fingertip on it. If Sam puts a touch more air under that, it just rainbow drops into the hands of 22 for a touchdown. But still in all, a great pass, just a really good defensive play, 2nd down and 20.
Well, and that would have been a very difficult throw to make. We talked about earlier about all the difficult throws that he has made, and we're just used to Sam making those throws, and I'm sure there was a spot to put that in, but he has been fantastic that way this year.
Darnold again from the shotgun, play fake. Looks, now he dumps it off underneath. It's Barner who makes the catch, gets a block. Down to the 20, turns outside, dives to the 16-yard line. Wallace comes over to help make the tackle. It's going to be short of the first down, but still some positive yards. 9 picked up. 3rd down and 11 now. That penalty really hurt. 3rd down and 11 from the 16.
A little tight end screen there to A.J. And you're right, yeah, his blocking, has always been really good, but he's very elusive. And for a big guy, I think he can turn into one of those tight ends like Kelsey or Kittle.
Cup on the right side, along with Barner, and now JSN. Charbonnet in the backfield on 3rd down. Darnold has time, throws outside, ball is caught by Barner, and he's going to be dropped at the 11, well short of the first down. Kobe Durant. And here comes the field goal team on again. Seattle just having a really difficult time getting into the end zone today, and they're going to call on Jason Myers to put 3 more on the board. He's already had 3 field goals, and this one's going to be from 29. If, in fact, they kick it. I'm assuming they will, but one never knows. Jay Harbaugh has a lot of tricks in the special teams bag. So there's the spot. The kick is away by Myers, and it's a chip shot. And so this is a 2-point game with the Rams leading 14-12. 8:02 to play here in this third quarter. We'll be back on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
Holiday parties are coming up. It's Isaac. Create your very own special menu with Laurelhurst Market, Steakhouse, and Butcher Shop. Your guests, they're going to love it. Call now to reserve your setup. Laurelhurst Market. More than just your friendly neighborhood steakhouse.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
Dusty here for Mountaintop Metal Roofing. Fall is here, and one thing I'm not worried about is moss on my roof. We've got a brand new metal roof from Mountaintop. We went with the black slate shingle. It looks incredible and no maintenance. Match that with the lifetime warranty. That's right, a lifetime warranty, and we're heading into the rainy season with no worries. Check out Mountaintop Metal Roofing for yourself. Tell them Dusty sent you and get $3,250 off your metal roof. Do it once, do it right with Mountaintop. Go to mountaintopmetalroofing.com for more.
CCP number 227660.
Coastal Farm and Ranch.
Weekend Warriors. Coastal Farm and Ranch is your project headquarters. From the home to the ranch, Coastal's got the tools, supplies, and know how to get it done this weekend.
Just what the country needs.
The Seahawks live here. The Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. Celebrating 50 years of the NFL in the PNW.
So the Seahawks line up, kick the ball away to the Rams. Defense picking up a fumble earlier, giving it back to the Hawks after they threw an interception here in this second half. And Seattle go right down the field. The Hawks have done just about everything you can do in this game, especially offensively, except score touchdowns. Been a tough row to hoe that way against a very good Rams defense. And so Jason Myers tees it up. We have deep Whittington and Corum for the Rams. Here's the kick, end over end. It's going to be Corum at the 1. He's out across the 10, 15, 20. Gets hit short of the 25.
Wow.
And he gets brought down by White, backup wide receiver. This scoring drive recap brought to you by the Chevy Equinox. From the sporty RS to the adventurous active trim and even an EV. Equinox is where Northwest adventures begin. A 10-play, 55-yard drive by the Hawks, almost 6 minutes off the clock. And yeah, we'll take the 3, but boy, you sure want some 6s. A 29-yard field goal by Myers. He is now the all-time leading scorer for the Seattle Seahawks. So congratulations, Jason Myers. Last week, the all-time field goal leader. Today, the all-time leading scorer. And now a few 6s would be helpful. 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 22. Stafford looks, throws outside. Ball is caught. Good coverage. Nakua makes the catch at the 29. Job is right there on coverage, so he doesn't get any further. But a 7-yard gain, make it 2nd down and 3, L.A. And back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Nakua wide to the right side. Darnold makes that. Matthew Stafford wants to throw again, and he throws to Nakua, who makes the catch on the near sidelines. And he does a spinning catch, keeps his feet in bounds, falls out of bounds in front of the Seattle bench. Job again on coverage. Again, a perfect pass by Stafford.
Wonder if they're going to want to challenge that. There's a lot of coaches and players over there that are saying that was not a catch.
I don't see Mike with the flag out of his pocket on the near side. And so a 19-yard reception. Stafford going to his MVP receiver 2 plays in a row. 1st down and 10, goes under center. 3 tight ends in the game again. Corum in the backfield with an offset eye. Corum gets the handoff. He gets hit in the backfield. Boye Mafe just comes off the right side of the Seattle defense. He's in the backfield just about the time Corum got the ball in his hands, and then he levels him for a loss on the play of 3.
Well, it's nice when you're unblocked. Tyler Higbee was coming across the formation, and that was clearly his assignment, but he's on the spot and said, I'll take my free tackle for a loss.
And it's a good read by Boye Mafe, understanding with 3 tight ends in there, this is what the Rams like to do. 2nd down and 13 now at his own 45. Corum in the backfield. Stafford has time, pump fakes. Now he's going to throw a flat pass to the left side, and it's incomplete. Threw it at the feet of his intended receiver, Corum. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
Your home for Seahawks football. KRSK Portland, KRSK FM HD1, Malala, Oregon, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Rams have both their top receivers in the game right now. Nakua goes wide to the left side. Adams comes wide to the right. Williams in the backfield. Stafford out of the shotgun on 3rd and 13 from his own 45. Big stop right here needed by the Seattle defense. High snap. Rush is coming. Stafford has time. Throws down the middle. Reaching up. Can't bring it down is Davante Adams. He had the ball hit him in the hands. He's not happy about not bringing it down. But his quarterback was depending on that. And it's incomplete. Going to force a punt. Good coverage on the play. It was just a really well-thrown ball that Adams couldn't handle.
But I think we're fortunate that wasn't Puka Nacua running that route, because he has, 25 more catches going into this game and only 1 more target. But I have no idea how Davante Adams dropped that.
Evans to punt it away, and he kicks it down. It bounces once. It's picked up by Shaheed Rashid, and he dives across the 30-yard line. And he's pounding the ground saying, just that close to breaking one. We're going to take a break ourselves. With 5:50 left to play in the third, Seattle trails by 2, 14-12 on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
There are only about 4,300 publicly traded companies on the U.S. Stock Exchange. But there are an estimated 33 million companies in the U.S. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. The average investor is missing out on over 99% of the investment opportunity that's happening in this beautiful country until now. True portfolio strength is found beyond the confines of the S&P 500, investing in promising companies before they go public. Private real estate, infrastructure, world-changing technologies. This is called the endowment model. The endowment model has historically outperformed the traditional model of just stocks and bonds. If you're an accredited investor and want more from your investments, it's time to think beyond just stocks and bonds. Call Trajan today. 503-210-5800. That's 503-210-5800.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Get up to a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate with the purchase of select pairs of wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Out here in the middle of these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on earth. That's how it feels when you're struggling with your mental health. But you don't have to feel alone. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Suk, and when it comes to HVAC and plumbing, I call a company that I've worked with that stands on integrity, excellence, and stands behind their work. That's A&E Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Locally owned and operated, they believe in honest, upfront pricing and empowering you with the info you need to make the right decision for your home. Oh, and that lifetime workmanship guarantee? If they don't do it right, they fix it for free forever. So don't gamble with your comfort. Call A&E or visit aeheatingandcooling.com today. Your local independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. CCB number 203004.
Celebrating 50 years of the NFL in the Northwest, this is the home of the Seattle Seahawks, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Hey, 12s, this football season, 2 premier Northwest franchises are teaming up, Columbia Bank and the Seattle Seahawks. Columbia Bank, proud partner of the Seattle Seahawks, member FDIC. Hawks take over 1st and 10. Defense did its job. 1st and 10 at his own 31. Darnold goes under center. Charbonnet, the single setback. Got a slot to the left side, now in motion coming over to the left as well as JSN. Play fake. Darnold stops, avoids one man, dumps it off underneath the Barner. Makes the catch, tries to spin out of a tackle. The ball came out. I think he fell on it. And that's what the Rams do as well as anybody in the league, and that is punch that ball out when they get a guy who's in that position trying to pick up extra yards. But A.J. knew instantly, and he fell on it.
Got lucky on that one.
He did. Picked up 7 in the process, 2nd down and 3.
Good job by him, though. The awareness to just keep fighting, and then he is one of those guys that's going to break tackles, so you got to be conscientious of those guys coming in trying to punch it out, but just aware enough to fall right on top of it.
2nd down and 3, Darnold under center, Charbonnet in the backfield. He's going to get the delayed handoff. He's going to look for some room over his left guard. There's not a lot there as he powers out to the 40, maybe a little bit beyond. That's Zach Charbonnet for 2 yards. 3rd down and a yard.
Well, I got to say, those kinds of plays up the middle really haven't worked, but that's, what Kubiak does. He stays with the running game, and, eventually something will break, and then, obviously you can run play action off of that.
Here comes the barnyard again on 3rd down and a yard. A.J. Barner under center. Rams load up the middle of the line of scrimmage. Barner tries to get down on him. No, it's going to be a... Did they stop him? For a second, it looked like they were going to try to maybe pitch the ball back as players took off downfield, but Barner goes into the middle of the line, and it's going to bring up 4th down. He did not get it.
Well, it's interesting that they showed pass there, though, because Arroyo went out on a route, and I think they sent a total of 3 out just to give the opponent something to look at, that we might run a play out of this.
Garrett Verse ends up making the play, so Michael Dixon on to punt. He hasn't done it much today. Williams is the deep man. In fact, it's the first punt by the Hawks. This was high, spiral. Williams calls for the fair catch and makes it at his own 13. And that's where the Rams will start a 48-yard punt. No return. We will take another break with 3:32 left to play in this 3rd quarter. Seattle trails by a deuce, 14-12 on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CODE to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CODE for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CODE for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
The Carl's Jr. lawyers said we couldn't name our new burger the biggest burger for the smallest price burger. So we didn't. And that's called a loophole. The new Cali XL burger. A beefed up char-broiled double burger with double cheese, only $5.99. That's more meat, not more expensive. Get it now for a limited time only at Carl's Jr. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid for use within a combo or in combination with any other offer or discount.
Hey, it's Dirt here for Homesy. The holidays are near, and some of you, like me, will be hosting your friends and your family at your home this year. That means it's the perfect time to swap out those old dingy floors for beautiful new floors from Homesy, and they have a great deal for the holidays. Get at least 3 new rooms installed and buy your flooring from Homesy, and they'll give you $1,000 off your flooring installation. This deal runs through Christmas, so make sure to act fast. Go check them out online, homesy.com, and make sure for this holiday season, make it easy. Call Homesy.
CCD number 239804.
The Seahawks live here. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM, celebrating 50 years of the NFL in the PNW.
So Seattle unable to convert on a 3rd down and 1, forced to punt it away. A nice job by Dixon, a high kick and a fair catch by the Rams makes their starting place the 12-yard line. His own 12, Stafford under center, got Williams behind him, the single setback, a tight slot on the right side. Stafford turns, hands to Williams, big hole, but it's closed up in a hurry as Kobe Bryant comes over from his safety spot to help make that tackle. Still a 4-yard gain by Williams as the Rams are starting to approach that 100-yard mark for Williams. Seattle has not given up a 100-yard rusher this season. Let's see if Seattle can keep that from happening today. Looking at a 2nd down and 6. Stafford again under center. Puka Nacua slotted on the right side. Williams in the backfield. Now Nacua comes in motion back to the left. Flag is down. Somebody's in motion. I think it's Kobe Parkinson, the former Seahawk tight end.
Full start. Offense number 84. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
If you look at the stats so far in the game, Dave, Seattle is leading just about everywhere in this game except on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and especially time of possession. So it really stands out. But, yeah, they've had the ball 24 of the last 34 minutes. Outscored L.A. 9-zip during that time.
Here's the snap, shotgun snap to Stafford. He's going to throw far side, make it near side. Ball is caught on the right side by Puka Nacua. Woolen on tight coverage, and Nakua's going to get just enough for the 1st down. So a pretty simple out route, but you got to honor Puka Nacua because not only can he break tackles, he can also run right past you. A 12-yard gain and a 1st down Rams.
Yeah, and you got to give him his due. He is a great football player. And I say football player, not receiver.
Yeah, because he can do it all. Slots to both sides now on 1st and 10 for the Rams. At his own 23, Stafford out of the shotgun. Going to drop back, fire back inside. Ball is knocked down. As Job comes over to knock the ball away from Puka Nacua, the aforementioned. Nice tight coverage. Seattle kind of sitting there waiting on him to come on his little turn-in route. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. We're down inside of 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter.
Josh Jobe, I call him a John Schneider special. That's a guy that he picked up off of the waiver wire from Philadelphia, and he has just done nothing but make plays. He's really sticky in his coverage, good tackler.
Stafford will await the shotgun snap. He takes it, play fake to Williams. Looks to throw it. He does. Incomplete, intended for Adams on a crossing route. Reek Woolen is right there with him. Good pressure by the Seahawks forced Stafford to kind of sidearm that ball, incomplete.
Yeah, Adams wanted a holding call there, but nice job by Reek Woolen. Like I said, you can hold in the NFL. No question about it. Just how long. And just a little engagement initially there, but I didn't see anything. Receivers are always complaining about that. You know that, right?
That's right. Every chance you get, you complain. 3rd down and 10. Rams just 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Trip set left. Stafford from the shotgun with Williams in the backfield. Devontae Adams is wide to the right side. And now there's movement up front. As Ernest Jones saw somebody flinch in that offensive front.
Prior to the delay of game,
what was delayed?
First charge timeout, Los Angeles. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So we didn't see Sean McVay run down the sidelines to get the attention of the official on the far side, but we saw Jones wanting to get the flag thrown, and it just didn't come quite in time. Seahawks football brought to you by Emerald Queen Casino. Comedian Tom Segura is back for an encore performance on November 29th at the Emerald Queen Casino. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Tom Segura's Come Together Tour, November 29th. Only at the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. Please game responsibly. So the Rams use their first time out here of this second half. Hawks have all 3 of theirs. We've got a 2-point ball game for 2 teams that have scored a lot of points this season. This has been a real defensive battle. 14-12, LA on top. 3rd down and 10, empty backfield. Shotgun snap, flag is down. Movement up front by LA.
False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Rob Havenstein, their 11-year veteran tackle, the longest tenured Ram. And again, I think Stafford wanting to get to the line of scrimmage and go on a quick count. And Havenstein thought, well, I'll just jump a little sooner, and he gets caught. So now, 3rd down and 15. Again, a huge stop needed right here to get the ball back in good field position after a punt. But you got to stop the Rams here. Nacua is wide to the left side. 3 receivers there. A quick throw out there. Nakua catches it on a quick screen, and he's going to run forward, and a flag is down near side. He gets hit and stopped short of the first down. Let's see what the penalty's all about.
DeMarcus Lawrence read that play.
There is no foul on the play. 4th down.
And he got in on that tackle. It was like he knew that was coming. He took one step towards the line of scrimmage and then just headed straight downfield and got in on the tackle.
So it's going to be a 4th down and about probably a long yard. And here comes the punt team on for the Rams. They're not going to take any chance on their side of the 50. So it's their 3rd punt coming up. It's Ethan Evans doing the honors. Rashid Shaheed deep for the Hawks. And this is an end-over-end kick, and it's short-headed for the out-of-bounds. And that is going to be out of bounds probably near the 30 or 35-yard line of Seattle. As they continue to walk up, we'll call it 33-yard line, 34. That's where the Seahawks are going to take over 1st and 10. We're going to take a timeout. 1:22 to play here in the 3rd. Seattle trails by 2, 14-12.
Hey Seahawks fans, this is Steve Rabel for Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. Do you suffer from heartburn? Did you know that chronic heartburn can be a symptom of something more serious going on in your body? Many people can lessen heartburn symptoms by modifying their diet, exercise, and weight loss. However, if symptoms persist, it is best to consult your doctor as soon as you can. Find a doctor today and schedule your appointment at vmfh.org/Seahawks.
Hey Seattle Seahawks fans, ready for some football? But what happens when life tackles you too hard? Accidents can happen on and off the field. When they do, you need a strong team on your side. CZ Accident Attorneys are proud sponsors of the Seattle Seahawks and even prouder of our winning record in personal injury cases. At CZ, they make personal injury claims easy. Don't let an injury sideline your life. Call CZ Accident Attorneys today and get the justice you deserve.
For the Seahawks, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize your performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving game day broadcasts from lag time, connecting 60,000 plus live fans at the stadium, delivering benefits of the cloud for your network, secure as a defensive line, legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Gear up with the 2025 Salute to Service collection, available now at the Pro Shop. 12% of in-store sales will be donated to Stronger Families, an organization dedicated to helping military, veteran, and first responder families build healthy relationships and thrive. Shop official gear in-store at the Landing in Renton, at Lumen Field, or online at Seahawks.com/Pro Shop.
I think I was accused this week for wanting this to be a slugfest and a low-scoring game. I was sort of the wet blanket, but I kind of like these, Rebel.
Well, and you are a wet blanket, at least as far as all the people who know and love you are concerned. But still, it has been just that. And that's a tribute, really, to the way these two defenses have played. Because when you got two high-powered offenses out there, as the Hawks and the Rams are, it's a defensive struggle when you're sitting 14-12. Near the end of the 3rd quarter. Darnold's going to start under center with Ken Walker behind him. Wide outs to both sides. Long count by Darnold. Play fake. Sets. Looks. Fires. Near side. JSN. No, make it. Cooper Kupp is here looking for the ball. It sailed over his outside shoulder and out of bounds. Incomplete. He had Darius Williams in coverage on the near side. Darnold got knocked on his wallet.
Holding. Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
It's Anthony Bradford who gets called for the hold. So not only is it an incomplete pass, but to add insult to injury, it's going to be 1st down and 20 now, back at the 27.
By the way they've rushed the passer today, I'm surprised that there has been very few holding penalties. They really are tough up front. And there's a front 7 or the front 4 that was built through the draft, 1st and 2nd round picks in the last couple of years.
Darnold again under center on 1st and 20. Ken Walker behind him. Arroyo now slots on the right side. Darnold wants to throw, drops back, looks, fires. Got a man, it's intercepted. at the 40, 35. It's Rivers who comes up to make the interception, and Sam has now thrown his third pick of the game. I beg your pardon, it's Cameron Kitchens, number 26, who just picked that ball off. And the Rams are just everywhere in the eyesight of Sam Darnold, and those guys react to the football as well as any secondary, Dave, that I have seen. That's the third pick of the game, and here comes the Seattle defense going to try to put this fire out again.
Well, it's almost as if Sam didn't see him once again. And I don't know if it was somebody at the line of scrimmage, but clearly there was a safety over the top. So, I mean, he threw that ball as if there was no one there. It was for Elijah Arroyo, and he didn't really have the defender beat that was covering him, but he's made those kinds of throws before, but he seemed unaware that there was a safety over the top.
At the Seattle 25, 1st and 10, I backs with Williams, the tail of the eye. Play fake to him. Stafford's going to throw. He throws back inside. Ball is caught and fighting his way down to the 15-yard line before he gets thrown back. As Witherspoon was in on the tackle. A gain of about 9. The Seahawks defense is going to try to stand strong here and hold the Rams to a field goal attempt. Single setback is Williams. 2nd down and 1. Slot left. Stafford turns, hands Williams. Gets stonewalled. I don't think he got there. We're a long way away in the far end zone. He did not get there. Williams on the rush. And so it'll bring up 3rd down at about a yard. Now inside of 30 seconds to play on the play clock and down to 4 seconds. And that'll be the last play of that 3rd quarter. We have reached the end of 3 in a close, hard-fought game with the Seahawks trailing the Rams 14-12.
Listen up, Seahawks fans. Shop and Score Sweepstakes is back at Safeway. Shop, score, and enter for a chance to win a 2025 Toyota Tacoma, VIP game experiences, groceries for a year, and more. Just buy 5 participating items in a single transaction to enter for a chance to win. Safeway has all your game day tailgate favorites, from fried chicken to fresh-cut fruit and vegetable trays, and tons of easy meal options. Save time and shop online at Safeway.com. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Seahawks.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and obviously New Year's is coming up. Can you believe it? Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. And sports fans, you gotta check out the Hawks Peak. You're home for game days with great food and drinks, more than 60 TVs, so you won't miss a play, and a heated, covered outdoor deck with those great views of the Snoqualmie Valley. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Please game responsibly.
Around the NFL with Curtis Rogers.
Niners and Cardinals all San Fran right now. They're up 28-10 on Arizona. Christian McCaffrey with a pair of touchdowns, including this one from Brock Purdy.
Here's Purdy. McCaffrey all alone. He'll walk in for a touchdown.
2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. That one is 28-10 San Francisco. Ravens and Browns. Baltimore having a tough go of it. Cleveland running back the tip drill all the way back for a pick 6.
Mitchell dropped it. Picked off. Devin Bush on the return. Bush still going. Touchdown.
That pick 6, the difference right now. Cleveland leading 16-10. Shedeur Sanders now in for Dylan Gabriel, who entered concussion protocol. Chiefs and Broncos, this one's tied at 6 right now. Kansas City was trying to break the tie, but Jaquan McMillan coming down with the pick of Patrick Mahomes.
Looking for options. Trying to get away from Franklin Myers and throws intercepted. That's McMillan with it.
Those two teams deadlocked with about 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's get it back to SoFi for our 4th quarter. Here's Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman.
Curtis, thanks very much as the Rams have the ball here, 3rd down and 1 at the Seattle 16 after Sam Darnold's 3rd interception of this game. That's the most he's ever thrown as a Seahawk, 3 of them, and 2 of them by Kinchens, who coincidentally had 2 picks in last year's Rams-Seahawks game in Seattle, not off of Sam Darnold, however, off of Geno Smith. Here we go, 3rd down and 1. Single setback behind Matthew Stafford, tight slot on the left side. The handoff coming to the near side. It's going to down to the 5. That's Williams. And he's finally ridden down by Reek Woolen and Ernest Jones. But it is good enough for a first down. We're going to say he was actually down closer to the 6 after that 10-yard run.
EJ, just a collector of tackles, man. He is so good inside out. And I thought Reek Woolen, I mean, he's not the best against the run, but kind of helped turn that play back in.
Play fake. Darnold make that man. Samp wants to throw, and he does. Far side ball is caught, fighting his way into the end zone. After catching Stafford's pass, I'll get it out, was Kobe Parkinson, the former Seahawks tight end. In the play fake and half roll right, Matthew Stafford gets it out of his hands and gets it into the hands of Kobe Parkinson, who fought through a couple of tacklers for the 6-yard touchdown. And now the job just got a little more difficult for Seattle, who's turned the ball over 3 times and is looking up at a 20-12 Rams lead, soon to be perhaps a 21-12 lead.
When we heard the second quarter stats, it's not like they've just beaten this team up. It's just a couple of plays here and there. And certainly, I think this is the first time where the giveaways have really started to affect this team.
Seattle trails 21-12 in the fourth quarter on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends, near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs, with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
Landman, TV's biggest phenomenon, returns to Paramount Plus. From Taylor Sheridan, co-creator of Yellowstone, starring Billy Bob Thornton.
You have to know the rules of the game and bend them, and you really have to know them to break them.
Demi Moore.
I want success. Get it for me.
Andy Garcia, Ali Larter, and Sam Elliott.
You don't even know the game you're playing, do you?
Landman, new season, now streaming. Only on Paramount Plus.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Celebrating 50 years of the NFL in the Northwest, this is the home of the Seattle Seahawks. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Rams capitalized after the interception by Kinchins, his second of the game. A 4-play, 25-yard drive. Parkinson from 6 yards out with the touchdown reception. Makes it a 21-12 Rams lead. 14:15 to play here in this fourth quarter. Evans tees it up, boots it away. And Rashid Shaheed is going to watch it bounce off the crossbar. But that's going to be a touchback. And so the Seahawks, we've got a flag down on the far side. Let's first check this flag out before we move on as the Seahawks offense comes on the field.
Illegal formation. Receiving team number 35. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. Correct?
Yeah. The Seahawks don't have a 35.
They don't.
So the ghost of number 35 somehow was illegally lined up. So actually it turns out it's 44. That's Chaz Surratt. So here we go. Seahawks 1st and 10 at their own 30 after the 5-yard walk-off. Cooper Kupp slotted on the right side. The handoff goes to Charbonnet, and he goes left. Gets a good push by his offensive line. Down out to about the 35-yard line. Let's go down after the 5-yard pickup. Jen on the sideline.
You've called Cameron Kitchen's name a couple of times. He is getting extra playing time today because Quentin Lake, the safety, is out with an elbow injury. Meanwhile, this offense looking for a little bit of energy, and it is coming from A.J. Barner right now, who just pumped up his quarterback before they went on the field. He has been hyped up all day long on the sideline, Steve.
A.J. has had a great game so far. Let's see if it pays off here. 2nd down and 5 from his own 35. Darnold under center, play fake. Looks, got a man out on the far side flat, and it's Walker who spins out of one tackle. Can't break a second. And then the cavalry comes for the Rams. But they're going to mark his forward progress near the 1st down sticks. A 4-yard gain. It's going to be about a half a yard short.
It looks like the Seahawk offensive players like K9 and AJ are really doing a good job fighting for that extra yard at the end of a game. But the 3 giveaways, now they're at minus 19. I'm sorry, not the turnover ratio, but they have given away the ball 19 times and driven to Kitchens.
Here's a 3rd down and 1 and a quick throw outside. It's caught by Walker, turns upfield on the left side, pushed out of bounds in front of the Rams bench area. Curl finally got out there. I think the Rams were so used to seeing somebody come up and run that either barnyard or a quarterback sneak that Darnold just stood up and threw out into the left side flat, and Walker ran away from everybody for a 1st down, an 18-yard gain.
Yeah, the receivers on that side did a good job of kind of cutting off the defenders because the inside guy was trying to get out and cover K9 and just couldn't get through all the traffic.
K9 stays in the backfield. He gets the handoff going right. Kind of tries to squeeze between his right guard and tackle. Abe Lucas picks up 3. Still lots of time to play. 12 minutes to play in the football game, and just a 9-point game here. Seattle trailing 21-12, but Seattle's got to find a way to get it in the end zone. All field goals so far by Jason Myers. Seattle with Barner, Kupp, JSN, who's been kind of quiet here in the second half. Sam under center, K9 in the backfield. 2nd down and 7. The handoff to Walker, and he kind of weaves his way through the middle of the scrum up front. He's dropped short of the 35.
A.J. Barner, such a versatile player. He just played fullback there. Led the carry up inside that defense and does just a fantastic job all over the field. Maybe they'll start to get into some kind of a rhythm here. These two teams have been kind of trying to size each other up, and like you said earlier, Steve, still plenty of time.
3rd down and 3 at the Rams 36. Walker beside Darnold from the shotgun. Comes the rush. Sam looking, steps up in the pocket, dumps a pass, it's intercepted. As he tries to get rid of it, the tackle is going to be made by Cooper Kupp, and that's number 4. That's just Sam trying to make a play. It's Darius Williams who comes up with the pick. And Sam was being almost smothered back there on the pass rush. He stood up, looked downfield, tried to sidearm it, and instead Williams picks it off. That's number 4. We're going to take another break. With 10:43 to play here in this football game, it is the Rams 21, the Seahawks 12 on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
The Carl's Jr. lawyers said we couldn't name our new burger the biggest burger for the smallest price burger. So we didn't. And that's called a loophole. The new Cali XL burger. A beefed up char-broiled double burger with double cheese, only $5.99. That's more meat, not more expensive. Get it now for a limited time only at Carl's Jr. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid for use within a combo or in combination with any other offer or discount.
Hey, it's Suk. And guys, let's talk about
your hair. If you're losing it and you desire to have it back, then Advanced Hair Restoration has the easiest guaranteed solution. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results. I've seen it with my own eyes. And guys, it's not magic, but it's close. They put hair where you need it the most, and then a little bam, and it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated physicians, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins to grow the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation now. 503-832-HAIR, and if you qualify, you're going to get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and they are the team I personally recommend. So don't wait. Check out the before and afters online for yourself, or call 503-832-HAIR. That's 503-832-HAIR, or online at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
For Warren Allen, attorneys at law, I'm George McCoy, and when fall and football return, it always brings me joy. Let's not forget the roadway dangers that can arise when leaves fall down and rain clouds fill the skies. Extra glare, kids on foot, and buses on the go, you need to be cautious as you drive to and fro. If an accident leaves you injured and missing work, and the insurance companies are acting like jerks, you don't need to call your mom. You need to call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Seahawks live here. The Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM, celebrating 50 years of the NFL in the PNW.
It's the third time in his career that Sam Darnold has thrown 4 picks in a game. But you got to go back to 2018, 2019 for those, as the Seahawks defense is hoping to bail out the offense one more time and get the ball back. Rams start 1st and 10. At the Seattle 49, Stafford under center is going to hand the ball off and inside on a run inside and a slashing tackle on Corum and slow to get up for Seattle, but he does get up is Ty Okada, and he's as tough as they come as the trainers come out onto the field, and they're going to escort him over to the sidelines as Okada came flying in there to make that tackle and was the one I think took the worst of the shot.
Yeah, and he has done such a great job filling in for Spoon and Julian Love, and he's just one of the great stories this year, so hopefully he's not going to be out for too long.
Anthony Bell comes in his place at safety. 2nd down and 6 with the ball at the Seattle 45. Stafford under center, going to hand the ball off again. Stretching the play out, and Corum has nowhere to go, and he is wrapped up by Big Cat. The entire defensive front was just sliding down the line of scrimmage to their left, and there was just nowhere for Corum to go, and he was at that point wishing that somebody else was on the field carrying the football for the Rams, because he got smothered and slammed down. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Imagine getting tackled by Leonard Williams.
No, thank you.
He's got the best celebration, by the way, that when he opens up his mouth like a lion. Just ferocious player.
Ty O'Connor right back on the field. Stafford out of the shotgun, wants to throw. 4-man rush by the Hawks. Stafford has time, looks, throws over the head of his intended receiver as...
I'll tell you what, Witherspoon had a chance to pick that ball off, and Adams fouled him.
Yeah, he pushed him. Knocked him down, and Spoon was hot. He popped up off the ground yelling at the official as the ball sailed over both their heads out of bounds. Seahawks defense does their job again, and the Rams cannot capitalize on that 4th interception. And again, still lots of time. 9:38 to play in the game. Evans on for a punt. This one, high end over end, headed for the near sidelines, caught by Shaheed as he steps out of bounds. Around the 13 or 14, they'll spot that ball. And it is at the 13-yard line. We're going to take another break. 9:30 to play in the game. Seattle trails 21-12.
Hey, Seahawks fans, this is Steve Rabel for Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. Coaching a winning team requires planning ahead and keeping all your players healthy. Virginia Mason Franciscan Health's primary care providers help you coordinate your family's care, including annual physicals, screenings, and immunizations. So keep your home team healthy. Find a provider and schedule an online appointment today at vmfh.org/Seahawks. vmfh.org/Seahawks.
Listen up, Seahawks fans. Shop and Score Sweepstakes is back at Safeway. Shop, score, and enter for a chance to win a 2025 Toyota Tacoma, VIP game experiences, groceries for a year, and more. Just buy 5 participating items in a single transaction to enter for a chance to win. Safeway has all your game day tailgate favorites, from fried chicken to fresh cut fruit and vegetable trays, and tons of easy meal options. Save time and shop online at Safeway.com. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Seahawks.
David, honey, this is your Seahawks intervention.
I don't have a problem.
David, you painted the entire house action green.
So?
You wanted to name our daughter the 12s. Listen, download the Fuel Forward app. Every 8+ gallon fill up at 76 and Conoco stations gives you a chance to win a VIP game day experience.
I can fuel my car and my Seahawks obsession.
In moderation, David. In moderation. Terms and conditions apply. See official rules at 76.com/Seahawks-rules.
Hey, 12, do you want to see Blue Thunder and the Seahawks dancers perform up close? Or maybe you're looking to watch all the early NFL games and listen to our pregame show live, or perhaps play in the gaming zone. The Ticketmaster Tailgate in the Lumen Field Event Center should be part of your game day routine. Open 3 hours before kickoff, so bring the whole family and experience the excitement. Well, there's been some excitement here for the Seahawks today. Right now, it's been all on the defensive side as they have been able to shut down the Rams. 4 turnovers by Seattle, but the Rams have only scored on a couple of them. Seattle's defense has held and forced the Rams to punt. But once again, Seattle starts inside its own 15-yard line, 1st and 10, 9.5 to play in the game. Darnold under center with Charbonnet in the backfield. Slot to the left side. Cooper Kupp is wide to the right. Long count by Darnold. The turn and hand to Charbonnet. Looks for running room right. Cuts back up inside. Across the 15 to the 16. And then he's going to be pushed back. And stood up. A 3-yard gain. Byron Young, among others, on that Rams defense to help stop him. Cooper Kupp has been held today to no receptions. Just 2 targets. And this is his return to L.A. against his old team. 2nd down and 7 at the 16. Darnold from the shotgun. Wide slots to both sides. Handoff inside. Goes to Charbonnet, and he drags a defender across the 20. That's Poona Ford, the former Hawk, in on the tackle.
Yeah, we haven't called his name much. I remember Poona Ford when he was Big 12 Defensive Lineman of the Year and was just a great get at the time, but haven't heard much about him. But he's anchoring the middle of that defense. It's doing a pretty good job this year.
He's got a lot of great young draft choice defenders around him as well. 3rd down and 3. Pistol formation now for the Seahawks. Ken Walker lined up directly behind Sam Darnold, who's in the shotgun. Trips that far side. Sam looks, gets hit just as he throws, and it falls incomplete. It's almost intercepted. It was Jared Verse. His arm was going forward. Boy, that's dangerous, too, for the quarterback to get his arm hammered like that.
Recovered by...
No, they're going to say it was a fumble. They're going to say his arm wasn't moving forward. And Omar Spates was the guy who recovered it downfield. And if that stands, and I don't see Mike McDonald reaching for the red flag for a review, then that would be the 5th turnover by the Seahawks. And that's almost an impossible hole to climb out of.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
It's an incomplete pass.
Down.
I was just going to say, I just looked at the replay here in the booth. No question, as Verse was the guy who hit Sam's arm, so it was an incomplete pass.
8-11, please.
But Seattle can't do anything with it.
Well, and he got so much zip on that ball. I mean, not, a lot, but I mean, for having someone hit you in the arm, it was definitely going forward. That's what we talked about, last week with Tyrese Knight, why it was so essential for him to be urgent in that situation.
Here's Michael Dixon on to punt. It's Corum, the deep man. And he's going to let the ball bounce. It bounces at the 30. Now takes a Seahawks bounce down to the 25-yard line where it's down. So now time is starting to get short for the Hawks. 1 tick under 8 minutes to play in the game. And the Rams take over again after the 55-yard punt by Michael Dixon. Seattle's defense has done a yeoman's job. The Rams, they have scored once here in this second half. That's it, 21 points they have, but Seattle can't get out of its own way on coughing the ball up.
Well, that's the thing about giveaways, I should say, is that, eventually it's going to catch up to you. And they've been sort of immune from that, the second most giveaways, but now it's starting to catch up to them.
High backs behind the quarterback Stafford, and he's going to hand the ball off to Williams, looking for a little running room. Finds some, not much. A couple of yards as Witherspoon came over from his cornerback spot to make the tackle. Now Matthew Stafford is going to slow play this. He's going to take as much time as he can off the clock between every snap. 2nd down and 8 from his own 27.
And Seahawks, wisely, just like Mike McDonald always does, he retains all of his timeouts for the possibility. Same thing with the first half, and they burned through theirs.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's going to throw underneath. Ball is caught by Puka Nacua across the 30. Going to be short of the first down. Spoon was there, among others, for the tackle, a 7-yard gain. 3rd down and a couple at the 33 of L.A.
Well, that's the one thing about Ernest Jones. When he tackles you, there's no extra leaky yardage. I don't remember him ever missing a tackle, and he just is such a sure tackler. And once he touches you, you're going to go down.
L.A. is 4 of 12 on 3rd down. Stafford under center is going to hand the ball off and getting nowhere in a huge hurry as Garrett Williams has virtually no place to go. The Seahawks, with Chenonwosu, the first man there to hit him, draws a crowd, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And again, the Seattle defense rides to the rescue of the offense and stops L.A.
Boy, Uchenna, once again, we talked about him earlier on the first couple of drives, made plays, and that was huge. You get the ball back with plenty of time here and try to get something going.
Here's Evans with another punt. Kind of a wobbly kick. Fair catch called for by Shaheed, and he makes it at about the 16. I think they're going to spot it at the 17, and that's where the Seahawks have been down in their own end of the field an awful lot. A 51-yard punt. And so the Seahawks offense back onto the field after they dodged a bullet on what was initially considered a fumble, then an incomplete pass. But 4 interceptions today, and the Hawks looking at a lot of yardage, 85 plus between them and pay dirt to try to narrow the gap here, trailing 21-12.
Well, let's see if he turns into resilient Sam, because he's been able to overcome things this year and haven't quite seen that yet.
He has Walker next to him. Sam out of the shotgun with a slot to his left side. He looks left, back to the middle. Now he dumps it off to Walker, far side. Turns upfield across the 30, the 35, necktied down, close to the 40-yard line. But, boy, he made that catch out on the left flat as Kinchins comes over to make the tackle. And he accelerated for 23 and a Seahawks first down. And back to the line of scrimmage comes Darnold and company. Walker stays in the backfield. Tight slot left side. Shaheed to the right. Sam has time, throws the out route, far side. Cooper Kupp finally has a catch. And even the fans in L.A. who still know and love him from his days here as a Super Bowl MVP and league MVP, they yell Coop on a 9-yard pickup by Kupp. Seahawks have a lot of 12s here. They're saying it as well. 2nd down and 1 at the 48 of Seattle. Here's a handoff to Walker. He stretches, gets outside, turns upfield, knocked out of bounds in front of the Rams bench, but he's got a first down.
Here we go, K9. I was looking for him to cut up inside, but luckily I'm not a running back, and there was a safety kind of trailing him. That was a great read, and just get the first down and keep the ball moving.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short. You could have been okay, Dave. 1st and 10 at the 49 of the Rams. Sam is going to throw outside. Ball is caught on a quick out, and that's Kupp again. Knocked out of bounds, this time in front of the Seahawks bench.
Yeah, Sam doing a great job on this drive, and we talked about his resiliency, and haven't really seen it so far. Just the offense in general hasn't gotten going. The other thing is, it's been a little bit of been a lot of pass rush today. That's got him pressure-wise.
Here comes the blitz again as he throws outside the far side. Ball is caught. It's JSN who turns back upfield inside the 35 to the 33 or 32. Forbes on the tackle. One thing you do notice, all these throws by Sam and this drive are going to the outside.
Yeah.
Not trying to throw back inside where all the coverage is by the Rams and where there has been a fair amount of trouble for Seattle. It is 1st and 10 at the 33 of L.A. Sam drops back, steps up in the pocket, has running room. Now he's going to take off and slide down at the 25. Clock, though, is continuing to move down to 4:06 and counting in the game. An 8-yard gain by Darnold, and back to the line of scrimmage are the Seahawks. Kupp and JSN go to the left side as Rashid Shaheed is going to wing on the right. Walker stays in the backfield. Darnold from the shotgun. Rams look like they want to rush just 4. The handoff inside to Walker. He can't slip the tackle of Byron Young. Grabbed him around the ankle and hung on for dear life. A short gain. And it's going to bring up 3rd down now and 1 with the ball at the Rams 24. I got to believe it's 4-down territory, I would think, for Seattle. And this time Sam is going to go on the quarterback sneak, and he's going to get the first down. Get some push up front. His center, Olu Atimi, getting his first start since last season. A 3-yard gain by Sam. 1st down and 10 at the Rams 21. Back to the line of scrimmage. Walker in the backfield. Slot to the far side. Sam looks, throws out there far side. Ball is caught by JSN. Makes a man miss. Turns upfield and is knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A 1st down Seattle, as number 11 is able to get away from the defender and pick up 13 for a 1st down and stop the clock with 2:56 to play in the game.
I'll tell you what, the cardio on the offensive side, these guys are playing really well. They got to be tired down there, and it looks like the Rams defense is starting to wear out. We haven't seen that pass rush that it's been going on all game, and so kudos to Clint Kubiak's offense for being in good shape. It's tough running these back-to-back plays.
JSN, 7 catches for 85 yards. 1st down and goal from the 8. Sam looks. Now he's going to scramble out to his right side. Still looking. Fires inside, sliding to make the catch near the goal line is Cooper Kupp. As Kupp comes all the way from the far side along the goal line, slides down at the 1. 2nd down and goal after a 7-yard gain. Sam from the shotgun with Walker beside him. A slot to the left side is JSN and Kupp. The handoff inside to Walker. He finds a little bit of a gap, falls forward, and he's got a touchdown. Seahawks! The first touchdown Seahawks in the game today, and K9 throws the ball into the stands to where there are a bunch of 12s. And so the Seahawks making this one really interesting, finally putting a drive together. With 2:23 left, they make it a 21-18 ball game. And down on the field is Gray Zabel, I believe. And there are some Seahawks offensive linemen talking, and they're talking it up pretty good to some of the Rams defenders, like something happened that they didn't appreciate to their rookie starting left guard, and he stays down. To Zabel, remember, a week ago, the starting center for the Seahawks, Jalen Sundell, was injured, and he was put on injured reserve. Ken Walker fighting his way down near the goal line. He might have fallen into the end zone. No, his knee was not down. And he got rolled up on, did Zabel. He got rolled up on by his teammate, Charles Cross, and immediately grabbed his left knee. Those are the worst kind, the friendly fire kind.
Yeah. Yeah, you know where the enemy is, right? You just don't know where your friends are. And look, that's nothing that, I mean, you got Charles Cross just trying to fight his tail off and try to make a block. But I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often with offensive linemen. That's really the tough luck part of it. And that's what I call, is Gray Zabel in great shape, all that strong? Yes, he is, but that's just bad luck.
Yeah. As one of the players Seahawks players that's over there down on one knee around their teammate is Charles Cross. And I think he knows what happened, how it happened. Again, just trying to make a play and help his running back get into the end zone, which he did. While they attend to Gray Zabel, it looks like the officials are going to try to get us a timeout here, but Zabel now is up, and he is going to be heading to the sidelines with a trainer under each arm, favoring that left leg. He is moving very slowly, is Zabel. Seahawks offensive line, you mentioned this earlier, Dave, has been remarkable this season in that they have had the whole group together through 9 games. Then Sundell goes down last week, and he'll be on the shelf for 4 after being put on IR, and now Zabel goes down in the final 2.5 minutes of this one in L.A. as Jason Myers comes on for the PAT attempt to make it once again a 2-point game.
Well, and this is a tribute to John Schneider. I mean, we've had a lot of injuries. They've been snake bit, and they've been able to get through it. And the depth that John has built this team with is phenomenal.
Myers, PAT, is up and through. Boy, the Rams almost got to that one. And so with 2:23 to play in the game, it is a 2-point game. The Rams leading the Hawks 21-19. And they'll keep it right here as the blue tent is up on the near sidelines. Of course, we have Jen down there. She's going to be checking on Gray Zabel. I would be surprised if he was able to re-enter the football game at this point. But an 11-play, 84-yard drive by the Hawks, maybe the best drive of the game for them. And again, they paid it off with a touchdown, not a field goal. The 1-yard Ken Walker run. Cooper Kupp had 3 catches in that drive. And now we've got a 21-19 game. And not a lot of fans here, Rams fans, not a lot of them have left. Of course, it's been raining outside. Who wants to go back out into the rain in Southern California?
Yeah, it's been, for the offensive line, I think it's really been an adventure. And like I said, I think, you could say this is a pretty unlucky team. In spite of, with the 7-2 record, they've really suffered through. I mean, you had Witherspoon missing. Julian Love is still missing. You've had games without EJ. Jaron Reed's now out. And now you got Gray Zabel and Sundell, 2 of your 5 offensive linemen.
Here's the kick. 2 men back, and it's Whittington who takes the kickoff across the 20-25, and he's wrapped up near the 30-yard line and brought down as Brady Russell gets down, the backup tight end / fullback / special teams performer. It's down to make the tackle. So 2:17 to play here in this football game. I'm guessing the Rams are going to call one play and then let the clock tick down. Seattle still has all 3 timeouts left in this 2-point contest. Matthew Stafford has Williams behind him. Tight slot to the left side. Puka Nacua in motion. He gets the handoff, turns upfield, has some running room across the 40, still running, out to almost midfield. As we said, it's like tackling a running back as Woolen, along with Cody Bryant, come over to make the tackle, but an 18-yard gain by Puka Nacua. And Seahawks actually used a timeout here with 2:09 to play, so going to force the Rams here to run another play before the 2-minute warning. Man, that one hurts.
That's a killer. I thought EJ made an adjustment. He saw it coming, but he just didn't quite have the angle. I thought he was going to possibly run through and get a tackle for loss there, but that was just wishful thinking by me.
Hawks have done a great job in bottling up this Rams defense today. Nacua now with 75 yards receiving and 18 rushing yards, all of them on that last carry, which was his first carry of the game, on kind of a motion jet sweep. Stafford under center on 1st and 10 at his own 49. Single setback behind him is Williams. He gets the handoff, and he gets hit and dropped.
There you go,
Drake Thomas comes in to make the tackle. No gain, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play here at SoFi in L.A. The Rams leading the Seahawks 21-19.
place your bets. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, bet, and win. Bet on all your favorite sports: football, hockey, basketball, soccer, baseball, tennis, boxing, and MMA. Let the bets begin at the biggest and best in the Northwest. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey, Seattle Seahawks fans, ready for some football? But what happens when life tackles you too hard? Accidents can happen on and off the field. When they do, you need a strong team on your side. CZ Accident Attorneys are proud sponsors of the Seattle Seahawks and even prouder of our winning record in personal injury cases. At CZ, they make personal injury claims easy. Don't let an injury sideline your life. Call CZ Accident Attorneys today and get the justice you deserve.
Around the NFL with Curtis Rogers.
Second straight week, the Cardinals are on the receiving end of a blowout. 49ers up 41-16 on them with 4 minutes to play in that game. Chiefs and Broncos. Kansas City was trailing by a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes to Tyquan Thornton on the deep ball.
Low snap, and Mahomes going to launch it long, one-on-one coverage, and Thornton makes the catch.
That set up this short Kareem Hunt touchdown run that tied up the ball game.
It's Hunt driving, getting some help, and that's close. Touchdown from the near side.
Since then, the Broncos have added a field goal as their response. Denver leading 16-13 over Kansas City. 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Ravens and Browns. Browns clinging to a 16-13 lead with 9 minutes to play in that one. Let's get it back to SoFi Stadium for the final moments of this one. Here's Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman.
Curtis, thanks very much. Speaking of clinging, that's what the Rams have been doing to this lead. 21-19, they're on top with 2 minutes left. They're looking at a 2nd and 10 from their own 49-yard line. A field goal, and Jason Myers already has 4 of them on the day. But a field goal, if the Seahawks can get the ball back without giving up any points, can win this football game. After all that's happened for Seattle, 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions, the Rams just turned it over once, the Puka Nacua fumble early in the game. But you got to get the ball back here, and you certainly have to keep the Rams from scoring in any way, shape, or form. 2nd down and 10. Stafford goes under center, Williams behind him. And it's Puka Nacua again as he gets the handoff, and this time he tries to turn the corner, he can't get out there. As Kobe Bryant comes up and cuts him down. A nice play, no gain. Bryant read that one. A timeout is called, and that's going to be, I think, the second by the Hawks. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Columbia Bank Radio Network.
Your home for Seahawks football. KRSK Portland, KRSK FM HD1, Malala, Oregon, and Odyssey Sports Station.
154, please. 154. Thank you.
Kobe Bryant was not going to be denied on that play. He read it perfectly and was able to make the tackle for no gain. Coming up on the Seahawks postgame show, Michael Bumpus, Paul Moyer, Ray Roberts, Brian Walters are going to break down the game. You'll hear from Mike McDonald. Jen Mueller's going to talk to Seahawks players. It's all coming up after the game. Meantime, the biggest play of the game for the Hawks right here. A 3rd down and 10 for the Rams at the 49-yard line. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has time. Looks, throws over the middle, incomplete. Tried to hit Adams, and he has missed. Devontae Adams, who came into this game with 9 touchdown receptions. He caught a touchdown today, but he has been missed a bunch by Stafford, and so the Seahawks defense again stops the Rams. Evans is going to come on, and the Seahawks are going to get one more opportunity with the ball to try to win this football game.
Tell you what a great outcome for the defense. That couldn't have been any better. Maybe a little bit more time on the clock, but not much. I mean, that was, they have a timeout left. They only burned 2 timeouts. That was just good play, especially Kobe Bryant.
Here's the kick. It's going to bounce at the 2, bounce out of bounds at the 1. You can't kick it any better than that as it bounces out at the 1-yard line, and that's where Sam Darnold is going to start. A 50-yard perfect punt. So this is what we have come down to with a $1:41 left in the game. Seattle has turned it over 4 times, And yet the Seattle defense has been remarkable, holding this high-powered Rams offense to just 21 points. Seattle clawed back and scored their first touchdown on their last drive. It's 21-19. Seattle has 2 timeouts left. I beg your pardon. Seattle has 1 timeout left. The Rams have 2. Darnold empties the backfield, and now he calls Charbonnet back into the backfield with him. Sam is standing 5 yards deep in his own end zone. JSN is wide on the right side. Ball is thrown to the right. Ball is caught for a short gain by Barner. He's thrown out of bounds, but the clock keeps moving. He picks up 3. The clock now down to 1:27 and counting. Darnold trying to get everybody lined up. Rashid Shaheed slots on the far side along with Cooper Kupp. Darnold with his feet on the goal line, looking to the left, throws back inside, ball slapped down. That's going to stop the clock with 1:11 to play on the incompletion.
You got Christian Haynes in for Gray Zabel, but still, that was Oluwatimi. I mean, there's lots of times where you see defensive linemen with their hands up, and you wonder how the ball doesn't hit it. But that for sure was Fisk had it just right in the correct space, right in Darnold's vision.
So Haynes in the game, as you said, Dave, just off of IR, just activated. Here's the snap on 3rd down and 6 to Darnold. Fires one inside. It's Barner makes the catch, and he is upended short of the 15, but good enough for a first down. And Darnold gets his team right back to the line of scrimmage after a gain of 8. We're inside of a minute to play. Clock is moving. Seattle still has a timeout remaining. Darnold has time. Lets it fly toward the sidelines. Incomplete. Intended for Kupp as he reaches out. I don't think he could have kept his feet in had he been able to make the catch. Durant on coverage. 2nd down and 10. 47 seconds left. But that stops the clock. Seattle doesn't have to use its last timeout. So back in the huddle goes Darnold, Kupp, Arroyo, JSN, who goes wide to the left side, and Cody White is wide to the right. Empty backfield. Charbonnet now slots on the left side. 4-man rush by the Rams. Sam has to move out of the way. Throws out to the far side, flats to Charbonnet, who makes the catch, is pushed out of bounds. Cam Curl knocks him out of bounds, but the clock stops. Sean McVay was saying the clock should keep rolling, but the officials stop it with 40 seconds left after a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, he was clearly out of bounds. I don't know what Sean McVay could be arguing about there, but boy, it's just nice. You got a couple plays here, and it's nice to get out of the shadow of your own end zone. But let's see if Sam can come up with something big.
They're going to have to get a shot downfield somewhere in here. 3rd down and 6. Darnold throws back inside on a slant route. It's JSN across the 25, first down. As he gets the ball back inside, clock is ticking down. 30, 29, 28. Darnold gets him back to the line. 25 seconds, 1st and 10 at the 26. Darnold looks, throws far side. It's JSN again, another first down. This time steps out of bounds in front of the Rams bench, short of the 40-yard line. So the Rams are going to give up those 10, 8, 10, 12-yard plays all day and figure that the clock will eventually run out. And it's down to 17 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we'll see how much cushion they give them, but it's just a matter of how many times can you throw that out route and get out of bounds until you get within field goal range for Jason Myers.
And now timeout called by the Rams. They use their second timeout, does Sean McVay. And that's a good thing, actually, for the Seahawks, because JSN and the receivers got to pull their helmets off and take a breath, because those guys have run all over the field here in the last couple of minutes trying to make some plays, and they have. If you can get the ball somewhere in the field goal range and you get a shot at a field goal, Myers' career long is 61. So you got to be in the near midfield to get this opportunity.
Yeah, so you got to be, around 43? Is that right? What'd you say, 61 yards?
61 is his career long. He's got one from 57 already today. So, 17 seconds and 1 timeout. Sam has a wide slot with Shaheed and Cup on the right side. JSN is on the left. Sam has time. Rams aren't rushing hard. Sam's going to roll. Now he's going to throw, and it's incomplete. Intended for Cup as Sam gets run out of bounds on the near sidelines. Kobe Durant on coverage, and now down to 10 seconds. So you're going to have to, again, push this ball downfield somewhere and get a reception. Sam has had no luck at all throwing back into the middle of the field. 4 picks on the day.
Yeah, but they can do that right now, right, with the extra timeout if you get far enough down the field, but because they're just playing the sidelines so that, you can only complete 8-9. I'm wondering if they can find something in the middle.
2nd down and 10. Sam from the shotgun is going to throw to the far sidelines. Ball is tipped up and away, but a flag is down. Let's wait for the flag. Let's wait for the flag as Emmanuel Forbes Jr. on coverage. If this goes against the Rams, it's going to be a first down if it's either a hold or a pass interference.
Pass interference, defense number 1. That ball replaces on the foul. Automatic, first down.
Okay, so here we go. 5 seconds left now. The ball is going to be spotted at about, it's just across the midfield stripe. So say it's at the 50-yard line. You've got 5 seconds to throw a quick out, get out of bounds to stop the clock, and try to pick up just enough to give Jason Myers a fighting chance.
But they have that timeout in their pocket.
They do. Cup and JSN both slotted. Sam looks, throws back to the near side. It's caught by Shaheed Rashid with 1 second left. They do pick up a few extra yards. The ball is inside the 45. Sam was looking toward JSN, and the Rams ran about 5 guys his direction. He came back, hit Rashid in the near side flat, and the final timeout was called instantly by Mike McDonald, and so the ball is going to be spotted now just across the midfield stripe. For this field goal attempt, it's going to be from 60.
That's 61.
It's going to be 61, it looks like, and that's going to tie Jason Myers' career high if he can make it. And the Rams are going to call timeout now to try to freeze Myers. But this is a field goal to win this football game. The Seahawks, unbelievably, have had issues today in trying to hang on to the football after throwing 4 picks, and yet here they are with a chance to win on the leg of Jason Myers.
Yeah, and again, he's made a 61-yarder. So we talked about this maybe coming down to special teams, and here we are.
And how fitting would it be, Dave, for the guy who became the Seahawks all-time leading scorer earlier in this football game to put one through from 61 and win this baby for the Seahawks.
His career high.
Here we go. Last play of the game. Michael Dixon will put it down. Chris Stoll will snap it. Perfect snap. Ball is down. Kick is away. Is it going to be long enough? It is no good. It was long enough, but it was just wide. And the Rams are going to win on the last play of the game. And I got to tell you, the Seahawks handed to them. They fought like crazy to get back into this one and gave their kicker a chance. And I'm sure Jason Myers is going to say, I've got to make that kick. There are a lot of I got tos in this one. Just handed to the Seahawks for not quitting in a game when they really made a lot of plays that went against them. And the Rams were able to hang on and win this football game 21-19.
Oh, here's some good news. Gray Zabel is limping around, but he's up on his feet. Got an ice pack on his knee there. But, yeah, I mean, kind of knew this was I didn't know it was going to come down to the final play, but two very evenly matched teams, and Seahawks will get